Boom! And we are live with another episode of the Roundwater Banter podcast. My name is Jared Seymour.
My name is Joey Case.
Is it though? Is it? We haven't seen any documentation.
Okay, long.
We don't know. Great episode for you tonight or this evening, whatever time of the day it is. This evening. This evening, we have Cito and Fish in the South back in the studio. It's going to be a great episode. And actually, what we're going to talk about some mafia stuff too, right? Ain't that what you said?
If y'all want to hit on our rodeo,
we're going to talk about that too. But before we jump into it, like we always do, we're going to mention the sponsors, the people that keep the lights on for us. That's Dr. Robbie Williams right there over at Southern Magnolia Smiles, man. If you're looking for a great local dentist, he's located on Washington Avenue in Ocean Springs. Get your mouth fixed, man. Keep your teeth clean. Oral hygiene is
get a grill.
It's very important. Yeah, go get a grill from him. I don't know if he can do that, but you can ask him. And then book that appointment. When you're ready, just give him a call over at 228-215-1202 or jump on over to southernmagnoliasmiles.com and check them out. Moving right along, Hill Tree Marketing, man. These are the people that built our website. If you are in the need for a website for any reasons, maybe you own a small business or you're a content creator, whatever the case may be, Hill Tree Marketing is your one-stop shop. Go over to hilltreemarketing.com. This is Jesse Hill right here and his team that he's built out, and they can take care of all of it, man. They do photography, videography, aerial drone cinematography. He can build you a commercial. I've seen some of his work on his website as far as the commercials go, and they're really, really, really good. He actually, Joey told me he was with JJ the other day, filming some stuff, some drone, some drone work with him for Family Tradition Charters. Be on the lookout for that.
We're going over his house after a while, so that's what we're going to drink and eat.
Sounds good. So hilltreemarketing.com, jump over there, see some of the brands that he's worked with, or go to brownwaterbanter.com and look what he did for us, because we're super pumped about it. Has anybody ever heard of Rocky Brooks on this table, on this panel over here? Anybody know Rocky Brooks? Nobody?
Who's she?
Never heard of him. He used
to have a mullet. He used to have a sweet mullet too.
He sent us a check in the mail and said to mention his show. So C2 Swamp.
I ain't never seen it.
I ain't never seen it either. Apparently it's on Gautier Van Cleve Road, and apparently he's got all type of tackle and apparel. I can flash some. He mailed us these actual physical pictures too. It was weird. Gautier Van Cleve Exit, man, or look him up on Facebook. C the number 2 and then Swamp. We're proud to have Rocky on board, and we're selling. I think we're the only local company that has their hats or apparel in his store.
Well, we're the only one.
I don't think anybody else is.
No, nobody else has hats or any of that stuff. I got it. It's Cedar Swamp. We're the only local brand.
The only local brand at Cedar Swamp.
I mean, there's a cool section in there. It's a bunch of fish in the south.
I literally said that whole thing, and you couldn't see it because I had the graphic up.
He's over here sharing it to every group. I'm sharing it too. It's like
we're gonna get banned.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, these assholes are at it again. All right, where were we at? So go check out Rocky over at Cedar Swamp, man, and Coastal Angler Magazine, the Mississippi edition and the Alabama edition.
They got Alabama, yeah.
Yep, he's on board with that. So here we go. We had Calvin Taylor on. I think we discussed this a second ago. It was the last episode we did.
Yeah,
he's running for circuit court judge over in. Here we go, Joey. You ready? Jackson George Green.
You got it.
I nailed it. Only had to have him on the show to remember that. He's currently serving as an Ocean Springs municipal judge. He's obviously an attorney. He's got his own law firm over in Pascagoula, 30 years of experience. Go back to the previous episode. What episode are we on now, guys? We said it earlier.
Half 100.
158.
This is 158. So go to 157 and check him out, man. He tells us his whole story, and it's a great story, man. We're glad to have him as a supporter of the show. And November the 8th, man. Midterm elections.
Vote.
Yeah, extremely important. So make sure you get out there and vote. And when you see Calvin's name on the ticket, know that he's the guy for the job. And last but definitely not least, the 4th annual Downtown Barbecue Throwdown over in Pascagoula. Joey and I went to this last year for the first time and had a damn blast. So we're going back again this year. We're going to have our booth set up. It's October the 22nd, downtown Pascagoula from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're actually going to get there the night before, which will be the 21st, because they do like a third Friday.
Yeah. So we're going to hang out with them the third Friday. All the big rigs and the grillers and the average Joes are going to set up, and we're going to be down there hanging out. There's a band. It's going to be cool stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be a party. So I'm going to flash that flyer one more time. It's free to the public. They're going to have live music. And it's $15 for a wristband if you want to try all of the competition barbecue.
You will not go hungry.
No, they have sides, dude. It's a party. So if you ain't got anything to do, October 22nd, go check it out. It's free to the public, so you don't have to buy tickets up front. Just show up downtown Pascagoula. Look it up. Delmas Avenue. I probably butchered that pronunciation, but I try my best, and that's all I can do. So, you just got to live your life. I don't know what else to tell y'all. So here we go. Let me flash this graphic on the screen. So where are we going to? I think the best way to start this train wreck off, in And by the way,
Wow.
I'm gonna let everybody know. I should have led with this probably, but we're just past the sponsor. This one may not be safe for work. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
It's
it
a
might get a little
warning.
rowdy.
It's a warning up front. If you're at work, your kids are around, maybe turn the volume down, throw some headphones on. I don't know how this is gonna go. But let's go around the horn here, introduce ourselves for people that maybe this is the first time they've seen you on the show. Maybe they don't know Fish in the South. Maybe they're not one of your 40 million followers, right? This could be 40 million and one. So introduce yourself, please.
My name's Josh Harmon, and we have a YouTube channel called Fish in the South. We do TikTok. We do a bunch of social media stuff. We go out fishing and have a good time, and we laugh.
And he's also a guest of Brown Water Banter on multiple occasions. So I think you
Yes.
should lead with that, honestly, in your
My
intro.
bad.
That's
My
what
bad.
I would
My
do
fault.
if it was me. My name's Josh. I've been on Brown Water Banter a few times. And also
That's the highlight of my life.
Oh, and the Waymaster at
The
Sheepshead.
Waymaster at the Sheepshead Showdown.
Yeah,
Because the one we had last year sucked.
Yeah, he was terrible. Oh, it was you, wasn't it? It was you. I forgot about that. Yeah. Why didn't we rehire him again?
I told him if he did a crappy job, he was done this year.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I fired him to begin with, and he was like,
Yeah, he just showed up. We're like, we don't have anybody.
All
else.
right, we
They
got
fired me
nobody
last
else.
year. They fired me again this year.
Yeah.
I'll be back next year.
That's right, baby. Fail my way to the top.
Just,
Fail my way to
that's how you got to do it. Just keep failing
All right,
until you
All right,
succeed.
keep going around the horn.
next
Turn that
round
mic
horn.
towards you so we can hear you.
All right, Jimmy.
James Powell. What's up, guys? It's my second time on the show, and part of Fishing in the South.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Now we can hear you.
Yeah, we're just gonna chit chat and see what we can come up with today, man.
Sweet.
Just train wreck. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right,
Round
I'm
the horn.
Seth Ward. I'm a captain here at Cito locally, and been trying to get up these guys for a while
It's-
now.
Yeah, this
been a
is
while.
this has been a
Finally,
minute.
here we are.
We
We
made it
made
happen.
the first
And,
boat show at the I think that's where we linked up, right?
Yeah, I think
first
so.
boat show
Yeah.
at the point. Yeah.
The point. Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then who's this guy at the end?
Also, multiple guest episode
I'll
or
start
multiple
off-
episode guest.
Multiple episode guests.
There you go.
That's right.
Marcus McDavid.
There we go.
Yes, baby. I think we just started
I,
something.
I own and run saltwater therapy custom charters.
Right.
Part of Fish in the South.
Yeah, I noticed that. We got to get
Deep-
into that.
Deep water mafia spearfishing. Hell divers spearfishing.
Red snapper fillet waster.
Oh my god!
Right?
Yes.
I saw the
Yeah,
video.
that-
I saw the
I
video.
tell you, that whole thing, I never thought that it would have blown up the way it did.
It
even,
did.
Even dropping the fish.
Yeah, no.
I mean, just trying to be a smart ass because of some other comments that we'd had cleaning a speckled trout.
right.
So, we get back. I done been drinking all day.
I was about to say, I saw the
fishing.
look in those eyes,
Yeah.
and there was something
That
in
was-
between them.
Something
you know,
about the way.
on my dad's boat all day. So, and then I was like, Josh, film this. I'm going to be a smart ass.
Yeah.
And then that happens. And then, it blew up. It was,
I wish we could show the video.
Oh, I'd have had to have it up front. I
Yeah,
could have done it if
but-
I'd have had it. Oops, sorry, y'all. But yeah, for people that don't know, he was cleaning a red snapper, trying to show people how to do it and like heckle the hecklers, right? That you waste meat, you're doing it wrong. And right as you're about to cut the fillet off, I remember right off the backbone.
Well, he
Well,
got
no,
one.
no,
he knocked
no, I
one
did-
side off.
I
and he
did one
flipped it.
side. I did one side. And as I was flipping the fish over, it slipped off the table and went in the
Straight
water.
into the water. Didn't like some did Barstool pick it up?
Barstool
Barstool.
Sports.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's hilarious. Yeah, and they were like roasting you pretty good, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember- yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a
Everyone.
big deal.
It's like water off a duck's back.
It's-
Right.
it's-
Exactly.
It's
yeah.
sitting at 4.2 million views on
Wow.
TikTok right now.
Now wait, is that on your account?
Yeah, my
So
account.
that's your biggest video, right?
that is the biggest video we've
Because
had
the
yet.
one before that was at the buffet, right?
Yes, it was at the buffet.
You know what's funny? It's just this is a true story. So I'm sitting at I get off work and I'm going through.
Jared's a big fan of buffets.
Yeah, I love buffets. You guys, you might.
You and me are going to be best friends.
Correct. So look, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this lady walks up to me and I'm looking at her. I'm like, why does this lady look familiar to me? And I can't place it. I can't figure it out. And then all of a sudden I start thinking, it was the girl I know what buffet that was, Dynasty in Ocean Springs.
Yes.
Yeah, it was that lady. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, from the video. So
Dude,
that's pretty cool.
I asked her to do it for us, and she was like, I don't know. And I was like, I'll give you $20. And she was like, down,
Ow,
bet,
I'll do it.
bet.
Yeah, money talks and bullshit walks. right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, so we're here for Seth. Seth, tell us a little bit about your business and how you got into it and how you got started.
Get
and all
friendly with
this.
that microphone too.
That's
Pull it
right.
up there. Let it touch you, man. Yeah, there you go.
So my dad,
Yep.
he's the owner of Cito,
Yeah.
South Mississippi. He bought it in 2012.
So it's like a franchise.
It is a franchise, and we
Okay.
own all of Mississippi on the coastline. There is a Cito Jackson on the reservoir. Different owners, different people. But throughout high school, I was always working, helping him, and on the boats. And I really wanted to work out of
jump
high
in it,
school.
yeah.
College wasn't my thing, and so I went to sea school, got my captain's license, and I've been full time ever since I graduated in 2017.
Sweet. So do y'all cover anything outside of Mississippi waters or only in Mississippi waters?
So my area of responsibility is just Mississippi waters.
Okay.
And you are covered. If you do bring your boat from Louisiana, Florida, anywhere, you're covered wherever you go with the CTO membership. But we got Alabama state line, Louisiana state line, and then
Right.
the South.
So if I have the CTO membership and I'm in Louisiana and I come to Mississippi and break down, you're going to come get me?
Absolutely.
Okay. And if I vice versa, the
Vice
guy in
versa.
Louisiana is going to come get
Yep.
you. Yeah. Okay.
No extra
All
charge.
right.
Yeah. I don't know if I knew that. That's good. That's good
Yeah,
to
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was a
anywhere you go.
franchise. So
Yeah,
it's like
and
a Wendy's. You
Yeah.
just buy into
So,
it.
no, I knew it was a franchise, but I didn't know Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I didn't know there was
And there's only one. I'm guessing there's only one CTO franchise for down here,
For down here, yes, sir.
and y'all own it.
Yep, my dad does.
Y'all got a monopoly going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the commitment like on that? As far I take call at work, so I know you're
So-
that can't be fun all the time.
Being in the position that I am, it's pretty much, if the phone rings, I got to go.
Yeah.
Even on my days off, there are days that I get called in. I go help, especially on sunk boats and big jobs and stuff like that. I will
Right.
go help. I do get my days off. And earlier in working the first 3 or 4 years, it was, pretty much every single weekend during the summer. So I was watching everybody go have fun. while I
That's
was
got to
out
be
there
tough.
Passing them on the Ceto boat, towing people. But it's paid off. It's fun. I mean, I get to be on the water. I can't complain about that.
Yeah, every day.
Yep, absolutely.
And how many employees do y'all hold right now? Is it just you and your pops?
So we have myself, we have Captain Sean, Captain Ron. We're the 3 full-time employees. My dad is there, but he normally sticks to the office type things.
Yeah, he's one
And
with all
then-
the money.
and we have a couple part-time guys that we bring in on the weekends and help us out over in Bay St. Louis area.
Yeah. And how many boats y'all running?
We have 5 boats in the water right now.
Really?
4 or 5. I can't
Dang.
keep up. There's just
Yeah.
too many to keep up with.
Do y'all keep them at any certain?
So we got
Launch?
boats at we got a boat at Mary Walker in Pascagoula, Gosha area. We have 2 boats in the water in Biloxi, and we have 1 boat in the water in Bay St. Louis.
Sweet. So you got
And,
the whole coast.
We're working on one more. We're working on one more, getting one more
And
going for us.
how far north do y'all go? Do y'all go up the river any?
We do. Typically, really, we do a lot of the Jordan River, Bay St. Louis, a little bit of Pascagoula River, Fort Bayou, Ocean Springs, a little bit of Biloxi River, Tutica Bluff, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
nothing too crazy, north.
North, yeah.
I would say,
South of the interstate.
yeah, typically.
Yeah.
I would typically south of the interstate.
Sweet.
I guess in the river though, when you're in the river, you break down. It's a little easier maybe to get
Right.
help
Yeah.
or
There's so
something.
many,
I don't know.
Just
some-
throw the anchor across it.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Drift
walk up
down to the
bank.
next
Exactly.
dock.
Yeah, figure out whose yard you're in. Like, hey, can I get a hand here? Yeah.
But it's
How
fun.
long? How did you say how long y'all had it?
My dad bought the franchise in 2012.
Okay, so that's what 8 years, 9 years, if my
Yeah,
math
depending,
is
10 years.
right.
10 years. 10
And
years.
who had it? Do you know who had it? Who he got it from?
Not off the top of my head. I can't even remember. I don't remember.
That's awesome, though. I mean, to own something that everybody needs, because a lot of people think that you can just go out on a boat. And what kills me is like even in these places like Alabama and Destin like that, they just give the keys to somebody who doesn't.
that is
Exactly.
crazy.
Whoever.
That
You
is
ever
crazy.
driven a boat? No, but I driven a car. Here you go, buddy. Go
Okay.
ahead. You know what I'm saying? And they just take off, and they have no idea what it is.
I guess
Look at that, Josh. I got some on my head or something.
No, I was.
the oh yeah, they're
Yeah,
coming in.
comments
Yeah,
are coming
the
in.
comments are coming in. Yeah, what's up? Is this Julian, Kimberly, Jr., Grant, Aaron, and John as well, and then Austin just came in from YouTube. So thank y'all for tuning in. And being
What's
part of
up,
the show.
everybody?
Yeah.
What's
I
going
need to
on?
pull that down. That's why it's still on there. But yeah. I lost my train of thought completely.
We're talking about the actual owning, having the membership.
Yep.
The membership. So I guess there's 2. We won't name your the other guy.
Yeah.
There
No, we
is-
can talk.
yeah.
We got Towboat US.
Okay.
Conrad, I know Conrad. I know all
Right.
them guys. Nice
Yeah.
people.
small fam. That's a small
Yeah,
world, right?
They
Y'all
help us. We
yeah.
help them.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no
Animosity
rivalry
there,
going
yeah.
on right
and
here.
and I think we learned this the hard way. If you break down in a boat and you're not in danger, the Coast Guard's not coming to get
No.
you.
Yeah. So,
Nobody's coming to get you.
and this past summer on 2 different occasions, I've actually seen the Coast Guard getting a little more active on it. We went up on our hourly rates if you're not a CTO member, just to compensate. Fuel prices.
Oh yeah,
know,
absolutely.
triple.
You don't
Double.
say.
Oh, boat fuel was $4.50, especially in the water. $5-6
$5.50, $6 a gallon. And there's been a couple occasions where the customer that wasn't a CTO member gets your CTO membership today.
Yeah.
Right away.
Correct.
They didn't want to pay us the hourly rate, which we're up to $375 an hour right now if you're not a CETO member. They didn't
in
want to
the wrong
pay, and they
business.
actually did send a Coast Guard boat, but it's very rare. I mean, you almost got to be dying,
Right.
bleeding out there just
Well,
for them just to come tow you back. You know, they do,
And they can charge you too, right? Can't the Coast Guard charge? If it, I don't know if that's true. I've heard that. I don't know.
I've heard it.
From what my story is, like we were broke down on chandelier, battery went dead. Boom,
Right.
Coast Guard comes, they send the clipper out there. Are you okay? And as soon as you say yes, you're okay, you're not in danger. Y'all have a good night. We can't get in there.
Right.
So you're
You
either
mean
a
like
member
because of the water, you mean, or the depth of the water?
If you're not in danger, the CETO, I mean not CETO,
Coast Guard.
Coast Guard's usually not going to pull your boat in.
Everybody will eventually be in danger, right? I mean, after you spend out there for 2 or 3 days,
Well,
is
yeah.
anybody coming out?
Well, that's where it comes.
Or do they
into.
do they
where
relay
you're
that
gonna-
to y'all?
They normally relay a lot of the calls. You know, 90% I would say they probably call us on sunk boats, and you know, unless it's a medical emergency, they'll really just handle it their own. But they always try to get us to go because they don't need to be towing a boat. Let's say if they're towing you
Yeah,
home from the island because you broke down or ran out of gas or
some,
whatever,
Some catch on fire.
and then you end up catching on fire or sinking, or somebody falls down, a heart attack, hit your head, something like that.
right.
They can't have a boat tied up towing
Right.
somebody
Right.
when they really need to be over
That's
there
true. That's a good
helping
point.
somebody and it has a real emergency.
I guess what I'm saying is like if somebody calls in, you said it too, but if they call in, they're like, hey, you're not dying right now, it's just a battery's dead. Then they're just like they kick the call right over to y'all, and
Pretty
that way
much.
somebody's coming to get
They'll
them.
call me and be like, hey, we have a disabled boat.
Yeah.
Out there, 10 miles offshore south of Horn Island. Is
Okay.
this something y'all can respond on? And then I'll relay my information and pretty much say, this is what it's going to cost, this is how long it's going to take, this is what time I'll be there,
Right.
and just bring me back. Come back with me with information on the guys, the boat info, credit card information, and a position, and I send a boat out.
And that's where the hourly rate, because I kind of didn't understand what you were saying. That's for people that don't have a membership.
So if you don't have a CETO membership is $199 per year.
best you'll ever spend.
Yes, it'll cover ungroundings, battery jumps, running out of fuel, running out of oil, parts delivery. I mean, we do it all. It'll get you home.
Yeah,
The only thing
yeah.
it doesn't cover is salvage and recovery. Sinking or
Yeah.
or
Do y'all
worse.
have a trailer?
And we have a trailer care program. It's
Yeah.
extra $15 a year. So if your trailer, if you live up north or anywhere, a lot of the calls we get for the trailer care is people coming in from Hattiesburg, flat tire, don't want to get out.
I mean,
don't have a jack.
Right.
So you just call CETO International.
Yeah.
We pulled a
And-
Destin, we pulled a Pensacola.
Yeah.
You got a blowout.
Absolutely.
Call
We don't
CETO
want
and
to mess
say,
with that on the
hey,
side of the
yeah.
interstate.
Yeah.
And so we have that as well. I can't remember what I was saying. Trailer care.
Trailer care,
trailer
yeah,
care,
It's it's like I said, $15 extra on top of the membership. And
Somebody said, here we go, Mississippi Salt. How much to tow my kayak?
kayak. So funny story.
He's
got one. I guarantee
So
you've towed one.
there's two different stories. I got a life-saving award from CETO International for saving a guy on a kayak. I was headed out near FH13. We all know about
Yeah,
that. It's about 15 miles south of Horn Island.
Right.
And I was cutting in between sand and the east end of Horn, and it was rough. It was 3 foot. And it was stacked. It was a windy day. And I just see something waving in the air, and it was actually a guy in a kayak. It was when you sit down inside of it. Had been 20 foot long, and he filled up with water. He said he'd been paddling for 8 hours trying to get out to Horn Island, meet his friends.
Holy moly!
And it was
Why
full.
would you do that?
It was full of water and
I
upside
don't
down,
even
and
understand.
I drug him in the boat and called the Coast Guard and was like, "Look, y'all got to come get this guy." And then
Why couldn't you just bring him straight in? Was he like?
I was headed out on a call. I was headed out to get somebody.
Okay.
So, but he wanted me to drop him off at the island, and I was like, "Dude, I can't do that." He's like, "Help me get the water out of my kayak, and I'll just keep going." And I was like, "Dude, I won't be able to sleep tonight if I do that."
Oh yeah,
what I'm saying?
liability. I'm sure. Like
So-
you could get in trouble. I mean, come on.
So,
So you got him in the boat.
I
All
got-
right, bro. Have a good day.
Tell the Coast Guard where you're at.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But he was aggravated at first.
I bet.
And,
Well, no, I mean, no.
And I think y'all had Chance Seymour on.
Yeah.
So
It wasn't him, was it?
no.
Okay.
So
Would've believed
he was passing by. I was just right there at the east tip of the island. He was passing by, coming in on a snapper charter, and I called him on the radio. I was like, "Yo, come give me a hand. I got to go get these guys. They're out there."
Right.
So he ended up standing by with the guy until the Coast Guard arrived on scene. And but yeah, I mean, like I said,
y'all do everything.
Everything. I mean, if there's something that's happened on the water, I've seen it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
And we
no doubt.
we saw you one day out there.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
were
I
headed
remember
out
that.
to
Yes,
FH2.
yes.
On that,
I got the
the
video.
catamaran.
I got the video.
Yeah,
We
and
put it out.
that big twin V up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Yeah,
man.
but the stupid I had issues on our end with the drone.
Yeah.
There was no cell phone service, and I hadn't logged into the account. So when you
Right.
do that, it'll only let you go so far from the remote.
I got you.
So I was following you, and all of a sudden it just stopped, and I'm
Right.
like, "What's going on? The battery's still good." Like,
Right.
So that's why the boat was spinning. Like we were going to Gilligan's Island. We were just
Right.
spinning around
yeah,
in circles.
yeah,
the
yeah.
entire
You're
I
trying
time.
to stay close to it.
because
Yeah.
you know, on a big upside down boat like that, you know, it normally takes us 2 or 3 tries to get the rope lengths right and everything, get it coming our way.
Yeah.
And I think y'all had just peeled out right when it was starting to come.
Yeah.
over.
Oh yeah.
Because
I
the
was
first time you missed and you were
Yeah.
pulling the line back in,
Yeah.
and then the second time you
I
got it.
think it's when
and then I think we
went.
went to I don't remember where we went and caught no snapper, if I remember right.
H1. No, we caught a bunch of snapper. They were all.
Oh,
That
That was a
yeah.
beautiful day.
Yeah.
Though.
It
was.
the
yeah.
watercolor.
It was very rare for me.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah. So go over all the things that Cito does. What do they do? You said batteries. You did
So
gas.
if you have a CTO membership,
Yeah.
$199 for the year.
That's a steal, not a deal.
Yes.
I mean that's it. I mean, shoot, I got one, and my dad owns the company.
Yeah.
I got one at the boat show that time.
Yeah.
Whatever day that was.
Yeah, so
Whatever year
you
that
go out to
was.
Horn Island, listening to the radio, your battery dies, come jumpstart you or tow you home if we can't get it going.
Yeah.
You run out of fuel, we'll bring you fuel for free. You got to pay for the fuel, obviously.
Yeah.
Same thing with oil. So we do soft ungroundings. If you're coming home late at night and you run up on a little sandbar, run up in the marsh, coming up the bayou or something, we'll come pull you off. And we do unlimited towing per year, and we have an
That's crazy.
unlimited range offshore, and we very often go
a long way.
60, 70 miles offshore pulling people home. So
That's a long little journey, ain't it?
It's a 20-hour gig, if not more.
If
Yeah.
you've ever broken down
Yeah.
out there and had to be towed in, it is worth every dime.
well,
That is the best $200 I
Yeah.
spend every year. No doubt.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
And I got a bay boat. Marcus goes way further than I. We got the same boat,
Right.
but he goes way further than I do on my bay boat.
Yeah, sounds
He's-
like me.
He's got
I get out there.
I've been 60 miles in
Yeah.
that blazer.
He's
thing.
got balls like this. I got little bitty balls like that, especially when we come out to the water. But when you get 60 miles offshore, you've been fishing all day and you're beat, and then you go to turn that switch and it goes click, click,
Yep.
click. I mean, that's like a jail sentence.
Oh yeah,
Because you're out there for hours.
absolutely. And the main thing we're seeing these days, we all know that the iPilot trolling motors are getting very popular.
Yeah.
People sit out there on trolling motor, and then
Not having a separate one.
no, I mean,
Yeah.
run their battery dead, or because I'm not a firm believer. I don't have an iPilot, so I don't really turn my motor off that often. If I have a single engine, I'm not turning it off.
Out
You know,
there,
I'll-
no. Yeah.
I will risk burning the extra 5
Right.
gallons or whatever throughout the day. But a lot of the calls we see is people out there turn the motor off, and electrical issues, battery's dead, or this or that, or blowing fuse or something.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, it's guys that are on trolling motor, and I'm like, hey, I'll be there in 2 hours, and they'll continue
If they don't
with the
have
trolling motor.
separate,
Right. I was
They
just
don't
saying,
have
I thought
separate,
everybody ran them like that. I didn't
Well,
know any.
not everybody.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Jesus.
I
When you-
I don't even like my radio to be connected.
when you get offshore,
Right.
you always wonder, like, you take these charter boats, like we went to fishing that one day.
Yeah.
You wonder why those offshore guys don't turn their motors off.
Correct.
Because once
It's
they're
not
running,
worth the risk.
it's not worth the risk of turning them back off.
And-
You'll pay
and-
that extra $200, $300 in fuel just to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have been in that position myself. I probably run out of gas in a boat more than anybody on the water. Not in the Cito boats.
Okay.
Yeah.
My personal self.
Yeah.
But no, I had a problem. We was offshore. We was 120 miles south of Orange Beach in a triple engine hydrosport, and we shut off the motors for something. I can't really remember what we were doing, but we ended up shutting all 3 engines down and went to fire. Get back up and going. It was 2:00 in the morning. Nothing.
That's that voodoo,
Absolutely
man.
nothing.
Once they start, don't turn them off.
So, and we were fishing a drill ship, and it was probably an hour. We got 1 engine cranked, and we were in a 34-foot boat. So we were going 6 miles an hour on one, and then all of a sudden, I did everything I could to try to get them going, and then an hour went by, and I hit the keys, and it fired up, and didn't shut them off. So, but no, my heart sank, because doing Cito, I know that 120 miles offshore break down, you're going to be waiting a while.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna be waiting a long,
You might have to
long
call
time.
into work the next
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
You definitely go.
The
Yeah.
following-
So
Or the following day, yeah.
when you're going
Absolutely.
deep sea charter and you got to pay for fuel and you wonder why is this guy not turning the engines off? That's why.
That's
Yeah.
why.
That's exactly why.
Yeah.
It's not.
and we talk about it on here a lot too. And I don't know what the timeline is, like last 5 years, 10 years, whatever. But it seems like nowadays, no matter what the prices are doing on boats, everybody's got one now, right? A lot more than used to have. Seems to me like, right?
Yep.
And so a lot of these guys are first time captains or people that didn't grow up on the water or families that boated and shit. So they go out there and, like you say, they don't know, certain rules like don't turn the engines off or whatever. Have you seen an uptick in like stupidity or things that people maybe take for granted? You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say it's stupidity. I think it's just
lack of knowledge.
Yeah,
well, that's
it's
what I
just
mean. That's what
Not
it means,
not being on the water. Just a normal guy buying a boat, and and yes, I see it way up more often. There's probably, I would say, almost 30% of the calls that I get, and that I answer, member or non-member, I can get your boat going over the phone.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
What's the most typical thing?
A lot of the times,
battery connection,
kill switch.
Kill
switch.
So
Engage.
kill switch.
Engage.
There's not in neutral. Leave it
Oh,
in gear.
I have done that.
And there's as simple as, I'm at Horn Island, my battery's dead. I'm like, okay, you got a battery switch?
Turn it.
Yeah.
Turn it on all or turn it on one or two. Swap it around, play with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Fires right up.
Yeah.
And just the other day, I had one guy.
How much you charge for that?
That's just,
do you end the call with, but sir, if you would get a CTO membership, it'd be it'd be great.
Kind of sell it. And I had the other day, old guy on a two-stroke. He was fishing somewhere. I think he was in Back Bay of Biloxi, and old Johnson two-stroke. And they was fishing. They went to crank it up, wouldn't start. I talked him through how to high idle the motor and pump the fuel bulb, and he was like, and he called me back, man, we got it going. I appreciate it, blah blah. But it's just tricks of the trade that I know from doing this so long. And like I said, I would probably bet 30% of the calls that we get, I can fix your boat over the phone, or show up on scene and get you going in 5-10 minutes.
And especially with the newer motors, like the range you have now with a 4-stroke.
Oh,
compared to what our grandfathers had and them 2 strokes.
You'd
run out of oil before you'd run out of gas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you can work on a 2, like you could actually take the cowling off and work on it. 4 strokes now, especially a Mercury. Take it off, put it back on, but you ain't messing with nothing.
Yeah, that's true. I remember thinking too before I got the membership, it's like a lot of times you go out on the weekends and you're like, well, I know a bunch of people's going to be on the water, or Joey have his boat, I have my own. I'll be fine, But knowing that you can go on a Monday or a Wednesday during the middle of the week, and it's like I don't want anything bad to happen, but if it does, as long as I got cell phone service and y'all got the channel on there, I can get in touch with somebody. And I'm fine. So it is peace of mind.
Yeah,
for sure.
It is for sure. And because if you don't have cell phone service, you can always reach Coast Guard on channel 16.
Yeah.
And what is y'all's channel? VHF.
So we had a radio check channel. It was 27, and it was located at Boardwalk, and there was one in Gulfport, I believe.
Yeah.
But we took it down a couple years ago whenever Boardwalk closed down.
Under, yeah.
And so we haven't found a place to put it back up yet.
We need to call Michael and tell him to get you another one down there.
Right.
Put it back.
Yeah, it was just radio check channel. It worked locally, but if you're offshore, it just
so
you
call the Coast Guard gets in touch with you.
Yep. And the Coast Guard have a cool system. So like if you're offshore fishing and you're dead in the water, they can translate my cell phone through the VHF to your boat.
What?
So I can talk to you if you're 60 miles offshore catching amberjack, I can talk to you through your VHF on my cell phone.
Now that's cool.
That's
cool. I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't
awesome.
either.
I didn't know that was a thing.
As much as I'm out there, I still didn't know that.
Yeah. Have you had to call any times before? Because you are on the water a lot.
Yeah.
I use my CTO at least twice a year.
Really?
And it's normally a battery issue.
Yeah.
I got a dead battery in mine right now. I got to replace.
And it's always days we're at the island all day long.
Radio
is what kills mine, or my VHF.
Yeah.
But I have run out of fuel a couple times. That was how I figured out my gas gauge didn't work anymore.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. That's the number one thing I ask. People are like, what broke down? You got plenty of gas in it? Yeah. Gas gauge is full.
Yeah, you
reach
reach
back. That's not what I asked you.
Okay.
Full since I got it.
Right.
This thing is great gas mileage. It's seriously. I always
got to get like 100 miles in a gallon.
I never have to fill this thing up. I don't know why it's not running.
every time I've used it, I've been in cell phone range. So I just pick up the phone.
I-
Hey, this is my number. All right, we'll be there in a little bit.
I ran out of gas in Back Bay and then threw my trolling motor over and was like putting along, and somebody saw me and they came over. I wasn't, but like, I don't know, 200 yards from your grandpa's pier, and they pulled me to the Ivor launch. But that sucked.
With the NEMA
not
systems now, you can control what you put on your GPS and what you got in your tanks.
Mhm.
Like, I don't even use my fuel gauge. I don't even trust it to begin with. But if I know if I put 12 gallons of
It's gonna
gas
show
in my
up.
boat, no, I'm going to go in there and enter
Right.
12 gallons of gas. And it's my GPS knows how much my motor burns, so it's going to tell me how much is left in there.
Gotcha.
That's
Gotcha.
pretty
Yeah.
So,
Hey, we did
are
we
cool.
did
I
that
need
one
to do that.
time.
NEMA, bro, NEMA.
NEMA 2000.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
got a
good
newer
motor.
boat
It's a good
too.
I know.
motor.
Yes.
I need to set
Jesus,
it up.
did you read the owner's
Hey.
manual? Did you even read
I
it?
don't know how to read, man.
All
Should've
Fetters
had
did
a
was
ride.
get you for your money.
Oh, bro. He saw,
Fetters just got your money.
he saw him walk through the door.
That NEMA stuff only works if what you think is in the tank is actually in the tank.
Correct. That's why I only put in what I put in.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. This has been 8 or 10 years ago. Back when me and TJ Pratt was fishing a lot together.
TJ.
He had the sea shift.
Yeah.
We leave out to go amberjack fishing one day. He says, I've got 150 gallons or whatever still in here. You know, I filled it up. This is what I've got. Well, obviously some crackhead come by there that night and siphoned out about 50 gallons.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
Yeah.
Yeah. And you
So
know, in
it-
that situation, you're like, is my fuel pump out? I got water in the tank. What happened? You're not thinking that right out the gate. I wouldn't assume.
No,
Tag
I
them
mean, that's-
crackheads back.
Yeah.
But that's we went through the whole 9 yards and come to find out that was the only thing it could have been.
Somebody
Right,
siphoned all
right,
the gas
right.
out
Yeah.
of it. Oh, that's terrible.
Growing up, my dad had a boat. It was like a 20-foot Cape Horn, and he had it staying at Keyser Air Force Base. And they just filled it up. We were going to go on a trip. I was young, and we went out, broke down in Back Bay, Biloxi.
Yeah.
Ran out
Somebody
somebody
siphoned all the
siphoned the fuel
gas.
out of the boat. Yep.
All right, when it got up to $60 a gallon, there was a lot of
I
people.
was just thinking about it.
A lot of people walk around with some hose. I'm like,
Well,
what you doing that hose?
They sell- and at the boat show, remember they were selling that sophisticated, so you didn't have to like put your mouth on the siphon. Yeah.
Oh, you just shake
Hit it
it.
twice.
Yeah. It was like the shake
Hey,
weight of
that-
siphoning.
That guy that nobody knows, Rocky.
I heard his name. Yeah.
I've seen some of those in his store.
He's got some.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So Rocky's got all our gas.
Yeah, he's probably the one who did it.
He ain't hurting for gas.
He's probably the one who did it. Yeah.
But look, there was another story he was talking about real quick.
Go ahead.
About reasons people call. He can diagnose it over the phone. Years ago, before I had my Blazer Bay, I had a little skiff. Me and Rocky went to go fishing one night. We're there at St. Martin Bayou. Put the boat in the water. Motor won't start. I mean, I've got nothing. We screwed with the battery. We screwed with this. We sat there 45 minutes.
Which is so frustrating when you're
and it
trying to go
is.
fishing too.
Right.
And all it was, the shifter got bumped about a quarter of an
Yeah.
inch. And it was not in neutral.
Oh,
I mean,
Well,
you look at it, oh, it's in neutral.
Yeah.
But until you touched it and made it move that quarter of an inch.
We went to Horn Island in my old boat. We were sitting in the cove, and Jerry went to my boat before and pulls the kill switch out. So I put the kill switch on my wrist. You don't remember that?
Nope.
It was with your dad when you threw the cast net into your dad's boat.
What was on your boat?
I was on my boat. You was on your dad's boat.
I don't know.
So he pulls the kill switch out.
I didn't know I did. Is that what you're saying?
Ah, no, you did it on purpose.
Oh, to mess with you.
Yeah, and Heather
Nice.
goes,
Yeah.
baby, what's that red thing? I was like,
Now that does sound like me.
I tried to
Yeah.
run Jared over on the way
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah.
Don't do that.
I don't remember that, but that definitely sounds like me
Yes,
for sure.
yeah. So you got to watch
Got
what
him.
you do.
Yeah. All right. So what about some crazy stories from out there? We told one on a kayak. That's pretty good. I like that one.
Man.
What's the craziest
yeah,
thing
what
you've
else?
seen out there?
Dude, I'm new to
Any
the,
Spanish? Any square groupers? You seen any square groupers? out
No,
there?
no,
I
I
got a
have
square
not.
grouper story.
I have not.
Ooh.
Those
You know,
square groupers.
recently they were on the beach, weren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were
They were
I'll
all
never
over
be
the
able to
island,
find one
Biloxi
of them.
Beach. Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard about that.
How many have you seen? Any submarines, rafts, any of that stuff that's washed up there?
No, none. You know, it's more mind blowing with the people,
What people
that I
do.
encounter
Yeah.
Oh,
rather
yeah.
than
Well,
what I see.
I was gonna say
On
I
the
just
water.
got exposed to the qualified captain on Instagram.
Oh, it's the best.
And I knew people. I've done stupid shit, not
Right.
knowing it or do knowing it. You're like whatever. But watching that Instagram profile or that, I'm like,
It's funny.
holy
Well,
shit! There is a whole another level
Bro,
of crazy.
You
on
don't
the
even
water.
have to go out for the 4th of July. get 2 chairs,
Yes.
go to a boat launch,
Go to the boat ramp,
Go to
get
the boat
a
ramp.
12 pack of beer,
Yep.
and just watch
Yep.
the entertainment because
Yep.
it is unbelievable.
Yes.
The
Go,
stuff that
go
happens.
sit on the front porch at Kenny's at Ocean
Yeah.
Springs Harbor.
Yeah.
Any holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
And we want to thank Mr. Kenny for the Sheepshead Showdown.
Yeah, he was sponsor, yeah.
of it.
Yeah, we
let us
appreciate
use
that.
Yeah, no doubt.
For sure.
And it's unbelievable. It almost makes you not want to go.
I don't like going on
because
4th of July.
No,
I've
too
said it
many
a
boats in the
1,000
water.
times. It's not to
I
me.
re-
It's not that much fun.
I do not book charters on holiday weekends.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. It's
no,
not.
I don't. It's not worth the headache for me dealing with the boat ramp,
Getting ran over.
getting ran over. I block all of my holiday weekends off.
I believe it.
Yep. So what you got? You got any good stories for us
So
other than the
I
kayak
mean,
guy?
dude, like I said, I've seen it all. There's nothing that I have not seen or pulled up on or just anything. I had these 2 guys. They were coming from South Florida to Louisiana. They bought a Lafitte skiff, like a shrimp boat.
Oh,
Yeah,
flat bottom
yeah.
shrimp
My
boat.
dad's got one. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love those boats.
And needless to say, this thing was very custom. very
I know
custom.
exactly what that means. I know exactly what that means.
Had
Yeah,
the hidden
so-
snapper
yeah.
compartments.
They had an engine hoist, like they probably got it from Harbor Freight. They had an engine hoist on the back deck. They had a spare engine, and this boat had twin Cummins in it.
Oh.
Twin
Man,
Cummins.
spare
Had an engine hoist, and I asked. They ran out of diesel, and they was right by Point Cadet in Biloxi, right by the Golden Nugget.
Yeah.
And I pulled up, and I had to ask. I mean, I wish I had a picture of this thing, dude. It was like
Legit.
something out of a movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it was unbelievable. And I asked him. I was like, guys, like, what's the story? Like, what's going on here? I had
Where
to
did you
ask.
get this coon ass contraption?
Yeah, like what is going on here? And shoot, they said halfway through the trip that they had an engine blow up, and the engine that it was sitting on the deck. I'm
Was
talking
a
about
bad
a
one.
5.9 liter Cummins sitting on the deck, and they had lifted it up, changed the whole engine. So anyway, they had a generator that was powering up a battery charger. They were on one engine. They had a generator that was powering a battery charger. It was hooked to the engine and like the electronic system of the boat
Holy
to keep
moly.
everything powered up and going. Because I think the alternator was bad on the engine, so the engine would, it would shut down
So
once
it's
the
like
battery was
a
dead.
Tesla running off of a generator.
Well, it was so. Anyways, they're like, man, just bring us. They had 5-gallon jugs. They said, bring me to Point Cadet. Let me get some diesel and bring me back. I was like, okay, we can do that. So I brought them over there. We filled up their tanks full of diesel. Come back. And I pulled the Cito boat up, next to them, and it was like right there by Point Cadet. It wasn't rough. It was a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
And so the guy has a 5-gallon jug of gas or diesel, whatever it was, in his hand, and he's walking outside of his boat. He hopped on his boat from the Cito boat, and he falls in the water.
Jesus.
And then he starts screaming that he can't swim.
Ah,
Okay.
damn.
So this poor guy, I'm holding on to him, trying to get him in the Cito boat. The gas.
Did you do the Baywatch lifeguard?
No, I didn't maybe through it.
Slow motion Hasselhoff.
Yeah. So I'm trying to drag him in the boat. I see his flip flops, his hat, his wallet. 5 gallons of gas is going by.
Oh my
It was
Tragic.
I was mind blown.
It doesn't make any
Mind
sense to me. The people who don't know how to swim always want to go 140,000 miles on a
Oh, yeah.
boat.
My
It
grandma
makes no
fished with
sense
my
to that.
grandpa her whole
It
life
makes no
and
sense.
cannot swim. Now they didn't go. They didn't.
Oh, I was about to say.
They didn't go
I
like
saw
deep sea fishing.
Josh, you can't swim?
Josh, you can't.
Why is
Josh.
everybody looking at me?
Oh,
Josh?
my
Can you
God.
swim? Like, it's been a minute, guys.
I'm still uncertain if he can swim or not.
It's been a minute.
Can you float?
I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
Damn, that's terrible. Hey, that's another clip. That's going to be clipped.
Yeah,
just so you
there
know.
it is.
There you go for this
There it
episode.
is.
So,
there it is.
damn. Yeah, no, I'm
So
not
that's
going. If I
crazy.
can't swim, I'm not going on a boat.
No.
It's not happening. And I love the water more than anything.
I
Not
did
going
too.
on a boat.
I did too.
Let me tell you a story.
Turn
okay?
that thing to you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a flashlight.
Okay.
Shine
You
it.
got
There
it.
you
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Y'all hear me
yeah.
pretty good?
Oh, yeah, you're
Okay.
good.
Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah. There,
Yeah,
you
there you
go.
go.
There you go.
All right. Anyways,
Which
Anyways.
story are we talking
this is
about?
gonna be the story about
Turn
Josh.
it. Turn it. Yeah.
It's gonna be a story
There
about
you
Josh
go.
falling
There
off
you
the
go.
boat.
All right, I'm in.
Okay.
Let's go.
Falling off the boat or getting
So
tackled
one
off the
morning, we
boat?
decided to go wade fishing. Right? I mean, trout's been everywhere. The trout had been big, so we were like so ecstatic about going. It was beautiful weather. It was calm that day, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
probably
super calm that day.
Look how
So-
nervous he's getting.
Hold on a second. Let me mind you. Okay, it's
Yeah.
like 40 degrees. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's
All
not
right.
that cold.
It's not that
enough.
So y'all waders?
Winter fishing.
Yeah.
Y'all
we
wading?
were waders. Yeah, we were winter waders. Winter
Yeah.
waders. Something
Yeah.
like 5 mil, whatever.
Yeah.
5-7 mil. I'm not sure.
Them heavy ones.
Something like that. Yeah. Anyways, of course, I was the first one off the boat because I'm when I'm fishing, I'm just like
Mission.
I got the mind, just like catching. You
Like-
know what I mean? I'm getting there.
like Tom
and
Brady.
I'm straight out the boat. I'm the first
Don't
person
care-
off the boat.
just in
Don't
the
care
zone.
about the
Yeah,
anchor.
right,
Yeah,
and then
everything.
Josh Corse in the background was like,
I'm getting my
wait
cameras
for me, man. I
on.
gotta grab this
I'm-
camera. I gotta grab this. I'm like, dude, you should have grabbed that before you even came to this spot.
The anchor's not
I
even
was
set.
ready to
Well,
go.
somebody said it. I'm out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah. He's like, boat's still drifting. I'm like, all right, it's good, man. Just throw the anchor, and I'm gonna be over here.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we get to the spot, and I'm like, I don't know, about 20 yards away. I'm casting. It's like my 10th cast, and I try and look at Josh, and he's he's like, I'm coming. So he's in front of the boat, like, well, about midways where the center console is, and he tries to step off the boat. And I'm like mid-cocked, like looking at him because I'm just
timber.
like, are you coming?
Yeah.
And this dude's just like, next thing you know, he's backwards, and he's just like
in waders.
back,
My
in
waders filled
waders,
up.
in waders,
My
Bro.
God.
pole,
Yeah.
waders, everything.
That's
Everything he
dangerous.
has.
That is
man.
dangerous, yeah.
It's dangerous and it sucks.
But we were in like knee foot of water. Like we
Yes.
were knee deep.
But
Like, we
sometimes
just
you stand
get-
in the sand and it sinks.
Yeah,
right?
you're right.
That's happened to
Right.
people too.
It wouldn't
It
be.
might have been
was
ways.
about
I don't know.
ways.
We were pretty shallow. We almost bottomed out.
Yeah.
You know, in a 19-foot boat. And so I turn around and I look at him, and he clips the boat with his right foot trying to get off the boat.
Oh.
And man, it was just like I wasn't sure if like
I'm hearing like
so he was
goes-
graceful.
ACL,
Yeah,
MCL,
it happened
torn.
so
Like,
fast, but it was so slow. It was just like
You saw it in slow motion.
so I'm like looking, like waiting for him to come out of the water. Like
Did he
this
die?
dude's like underwater
Did he
for a
die?
minute.
Yeah.
I was just like, is he gonna come back up? It's only like knee foot water. I mean, like just stand up. So
Just kneel.
I was just like
Fucking
worried,
waders
like,
filled up.
the first thing I was thinking was like, can he swim? I was like, I've never seen him swim before. I was like, should I go toward him or not? And finally he comes up and his face is like, it's like Baywatch, dude. You ever seen the women come out the water and they're
You
just like,
shake their head. Yeah.
that was Josh with no hair.
Jesus.
So it was just coming off his beard.
It's like water pointing everywhere, and it was just like he was like, "Oh
That's
my god!" I was going. I'm like, "You all right, man?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm just full of water." I was like, "All right."
You
cool."
can't do
I was
anything
like, I was
about
like,
it.
well, I
Nothing
look at
could
the
do
camera
about
on
it.
his chest. I was like, did you turn it on? It's like,
I had no time, man. It was like this. It happened like this, but in my eyes, it happened so slow.
Yeah.
You know
Did
what I mean?
did you continue to fish the rest of the day?
we fished for a little bit. Yeah,
We
we
did.
did.
Full of water,
I-
or
I-
you dump
yeah,
them out?
I had no. I was full of water.
Oh,
You got back
that
on the boat,
sucks.
dumped the waders out.
Yeah.
That was after. That was when we were leaving
Yeah.
to a different spot.
Yeesh.
Actually, sometimes when your waders fill up, it keeps you a little warmer
Yeah.
until you get
That
out.
shit was cold, man.
I think
That shit was cold.
I think that's when you pee in them.
Well, I mean, I'm doing that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so I got a square grouper story.
Yeah,
All right,
tell us.
here we go, here we
I
go.
want to hear it.
All right. Couple, it's been a month or so back. It was right in the middle of all that stuff washing up in Biloxi.
Yeah.
The most recent one?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So
Well, there was two stints of it. There was the
I-
first
I-
wave and the
there
second
was
wave.
it was-
yeah.
This was during the second wave.
Yeah.
I had a charter one morning. I run it middle of the day. You know, about midways of the charter, I text Josh. I said, let's go run triple tail after this charter before my next charter. I had a charter that ended at 11, and I had another one that started at 2. I said, let's go catch some triple tail in the middle.
Okay, all right.
So you're
So
hustling.
we-
yeah.
I mean, you know, middle of the day, you know, he brings me a shrimp po' boy from the store.
There we
You
go.
know, I'm eating lunch. We're riding around.
Pow.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hooks me up whenever he comes fishing.
Yeah.
Food brings
So-
us together.
So so we run down almost all the way to Graveline, running crab pots, just
Yeah.
kick back. On the way back, I looked and I said, Josh, that DMR boat in front of us?
This guy.
Yeah.
Sure is.
I said, okay. So, you know, we keep running that way. They turn the blue lights on. So, you know, I turn towards them, pull up right next to them. We sit there, shoot the shit for a minute. The only thing they check, you know, they
Life jackets.
Life jackets. So they said, all right, man, y'all have a good day. So as we're pulling off, Josh turns around, looks at him and says, y'all aren't going to look for the bricks of hidden cocaine in this boat?
Oh, you serious?
My eyes spin around. I'm like, these dudes are about to tear my boat.
Yes, to
apart.
shit.
Yes.
Look, when they
Turn that mic into you, Morgan.
Yeah,
Turn it into
yeah,
you.
yeah.
they
yeah.
they laughed it off. You know, they'd stopped me before. They knew me. They
Yeah.
knew it was just a joke.
Well,
Right.
now they know.
But I
to,
mean-
now they know to pull you over and search your
Yes,
Yeah.
every
boat
time.
for bricks of cocaine. So
But they
I'd have been pissed.
once we pulled off, I looked at Josh. I said, If we ever get stopped again while you're on my boat,
Shut your mouth.
you sit in that seat. You do not say a freaking word.
Yeah,
You keep your mouth shut unless they ask you a direct question.
that's right. You're not allowed to speak,
But-
sir.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, right.
well, what's crazy though that
But
was like
this was like the day after
Yeah.
it was found on
Yeah.
what there was
The second- the
seven
second
the,
wave.
7 the first time
Yeah.
and 6.5 because some dude found one on the beach and tried to
And try to sell it. as
sell
well.
it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So this is like the day after.
and then 7 the next day.
Where'd you try to sell it at?
That, I don't know. That, I don't know.
Yeah, I heard
But what I'm
something on
saying
that.
is, if it got to Gulfport, Long Beach,
My
Biloxi, it had to get to Chandelier. It had to get to Horn Island. It had to get there's
Yeah.
Well, depending on how much it was, how many
yeah, but you don't.
grouper there
There's
were.
there's
How
no
many?
there's no Mexican submarine or float that just sinks inside the islands. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where it came from, but I did a thought experiment. We're like, what would you do if you found it? You know, it's like, oh, I'll definitely take it and sell it. And it's like, okay, think about that. Okay, like where? Like you just said, where? Well, I'll reach out to somebody I know. Okay, do you don't think it's going to be a big, huge radar blip on the drug
Right.
scene that you just showed up with 2 kilos of coke you're trying to unload? You know?
I just drop it off in the middle of Market Street in Pascagoula and see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, so they can kill you right out the
War.
gate? Yeah. Yeah.
No, I drop it off and step back.
Oh.
Yeah, let
oh,
them
yeah,
let
yeah.
them figure it
Yeah,
out.
that's
You-
pretty bad. Yeah, that would be bad.
You pick it up, you sit on it for about 5 years.
That is not smart.
That's not smart at all. No.
Do not
Look,
from the rest of the show. Do not listen, you kids.
Yeah.
Marcus has had a little too much to drink,
I
ladies and
led with
gentlemen.
that. I led with that. So we're okay. I led with that. Yeah. No. You have to turn that in. There's no way.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no way.
definitely turn it in.
There's no way.
Don't
I
do
would
it.
be scared for my life.
Yeah, because if you sell
The
it,
cartel's coming to get
yes,
you.
they're
Yeah,
gonna
no.
figure out. They're gonna
You-
know who sold it,
you-
where it came from, trace it back, and then boom, you and your whole
Yeah,
family's
you're
dead.
dead.
Yeah,
not
you
working.
look at it, you take a picture, and you keep on going.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I'm going to
And
take
then
like
you don't show that
like a-
picture to anybody.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a real
But-
picture.
Hey, I swear this one was already broke open and had a little couple scoops out of it. I don't know. That's how I found it.
No, I'm putting it on the fish ruler. I'm putting it on the fish ruler. I'm like, here it is.
Look at that group.
State record.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So what's the reason why we're here besides drinking whiskey and hanging out with you guys?
That's it.
I
That's it.
thought
That was good enough.
I know what I wanted to ask.
That's
though.
all I
Oh
was
no,
told
there,
anyway.
there's a reason why we're here.
Oh, with the
You want
stuff on the
to
table.
touch on a little bit? Tell
Yeah,
us what's going on?
so Cito and I we're gonna be, if you sign up with Cito, I guess from now till when?
What to just play it by ear.
Okay,
See,
using
you
the
know,
code FTS, you're gonna get 2
2 free months.
free months for Cito.
So you get 14 months for the price of 12. Use promo code FTS,
Yep, FTS.
either locally, through international, or online. Promo code FTS, Fish in the South. You get 14 months for the price of 12.
Josh just promo coded on our own show.
I
He
know.
came on our show and promo coded us.
I got another promo code.
That was pretty slick. I like that. You
You know,
promo coded us
Way
on
to
our
go.
own platform.
Way to
I
go,
love
buddy.
it. That was
Hey man,
great.
hey,
I'll be back
if you
in a
guys
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Marcus.
We'll be right back.
All right. So that we went over. It's $200 for a year
$199.
plus $15 for the trailer. What's the you got packages? Gold, silver, bronze.
Just gold membership, unlimited membership. Down here, there's, if you go online, you'll see like a late card, commercial card. Commercial card is kind of what we offer to the charter guys locally, and it's just a discounted rate. So we're
Yeah.
$375 per hour. You pay $199 for the commercial card, and you get a discounted rate off of the $375 an hour.
because they're on the water all day.
right.
Yeah.
But everybody else is going to be a gold card. It's going to be the unlimited membership, $199.
Yeah.
And
You said, I think what Joey's asking though, you can put like a trailer kicker
you can
to
get
it.
you can get the trailer. You can add the trailer care on there for $15 a year.
Yeah, that's a steal.
And
Still at $215, right?
I would be lying to y'all if I said how much money it covers for like the local company to come out and change a tire or whatever.
Mhm.
I'd be lying.
Oh, like
I'm
the
gonna say-
parameters on it. I
Right,
got you.
right. I want to say it's a couple $100, few $100, something like that. But I think I'm pretty sure it's enough as long as you have the spare tire, or let's say you blow a hub out and you have a spare hub or have a spare tire, you can get it changed for free.
Okay.
Yeah.
You won't,
But parts may
won't-
not be included.
right. If you need a tire, your axle breaks in half.
Right.
We're talking a whole.
So
nother
you're
level.
you're
and it's not me. I'm not. So if y'all expect me to come out there and change your flat tire,
not gonna happen.
you're gonna.
But
you're gonna be,
if you got a bed battery on seat on
right. If you on the
you probably
water
go see you.
and you need me, I'm there. But
What-
trailer care is not through us. It's through
Right.
international.
Oh, okay.
So I will tell you to call.
Okay.
If you have a blowout, I'm gonna be like, they call me. I'll give you the number to international and tell you who to talk to about what you got going on.
right.
And then international will
Is that a
call-
separate company or are you talking about like corporate?
No,
of your
just corporate.
company?
Just Cito International, Cito
Gotcha.
Corporate.
Gotcha.
The main office, dispatch.
Gotcha.
So they'll send, they'll call one of the local companies around here to come out.
Have you ever seen the 2x4 method of fixing a trailer tire?
It's pretty sweet.
What you got? Tell me
Okay,
about it.
so it was unbelievable because it was a smaller boat, but the axle, like the whole entire wheel, fell off of this trailer, right? So we're sitting there with my dad and one of his good
With the
buddies,
hub.
Mr. Toby, and he's like, "I know what we can do to fix it." I'm like, "We're all ears here." With the boat still on it. Now again, it's like 16 foot. It wasn't like 36-foot yellowfin or nothing. So we're sitting there, and he's like, "We'll just take a 2x4." And we'll wrap some wire or rope around the where the wheel should be. So it's wheel and 2x4 hitting the ground, right?
Usually done with a ratchet strap.
Yeah. And he goes, "We'll just tow it home like that." And I'm like, "That won't work."
It works.
It works.
It works.
So it burns the 2x4.
Like
it grinds it down, and you
you're
can
gonna
smell
start
the
with
wood.
a 2x4 like this big, and when you get home, it's going to be about.
It's gonna be-
And we had to
Yeah.
stop and like lengthen it a little bit, but dude, it got us all the way home.
That's not
from
bad.
from Gaucher, I think, all the way back to St. Martin. It was unbelievable.
Yeah,
it worked.
That's not bad.
It's not.
I've
that.
never seen that.
Yes, I had a video of it on a phone, but that
Maybe
I
y'all
lost
should
it.
start putting 2x4s.
Yeah, 2x4 in your-
This was this was before TikTok. I might could have got Josh famous on TikTok with this video because I was sitting in the back of the truck filming it, just like, can y'all believe this redneck stuff we're doing right here? This is and like the smoke's boiling out. It's not flames, but it's smoke. I'm like, this
Well,
is terrible.
I mean,
But it
we talked about it earlier. Our grandfathers, dads, they didn't have
Cito.
Cito.
Yeah,
Right.
they did.
So when you broke down,
yeah, you better know.
you did what you did.
You
You,
know,
know,
you're
you,
out.
You better
Yeah.
MacGyver something.
you threw the
Yeah.
anchor and you pulled it, and you threw the anchor and you pulled it, and you threw
Oh,
the anchor
God,
and you pulled
no.
it. Yeah, I know people have done it all the way from Cat Island.
I'd give up. I just die.
I've done that up
It's
St.
not
Martin
worth it.
Bayou, but that's it.
Yeah, you get home with your shoulders, you like jacked up.
Yeah.
Like, "Ugh, what's up,
Feel
baby?
like you've been talking all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. no.
So speaking on a story.
Yeah.
One of the most impressive things that I've seen out in the water. A lady calls me. She's at Horn Island, West End. She's broke down. I tell her the price. She doesn't want to pay it.
How are you going to negotiate in that situation?
So she says, "I'll
Well,
call
I'm-
you." She says, "I'll call you in a couple hours. We'll figure it out. Let me try to call some friends."
Yeah,
I said, "Okay." So
there's
I
ice
think
over there.
I want to say it was probably 4 or 5 hours went by, maybe 6. I mean, it may have been more than that. And it reminds she was at the west tip of Horn Island.
Yeah.
So they called me like, "Hey, we're inside Deer Island, or right inside Deer Island, north side of Deer Island." And I was like,
That's not the same.
I was
thing.
like, "How did you get there? And why did you stop?"
right.
And so, dude, they had like some umbrellas, or like a beach umbrella, or like an easy up tent or something. This girl, 2 girls, made a sail.
Ah,
Whoa.
And they came.
I like
and,
it.
dude,
So
they,
MacGyver.
and
Yeah.
they saved a few $100 by just making a sail and just waiting and hanging out on the boat.
so they
And
use the
luckily,
easy
they
up
had
tent as a sail.
Yeah, they had a south wind. They tied it up, and I pulled it up, and I was just like, "What's going on here?" And
Wow.
I-
That's
and they were like,
awesome.
we made a sail. We wanted to save some money, and I was like,
Touche.
I think I got-
Touche.
Yeah. I got.
I'm like in the zombie apocalypse, I'm calling you girls.
Right,
I want
exactly.
y'all on my camp. Y'all are in my team
Jeez.
for sure.
I wanted to offer them
You're
some
lieutenants.
job.
You're you're lieutenants in whatever army we
Northwind, they're
Yeah.
screwed though.
Yeah.
Northwind, they're way out there.
But that reminds me of one that just happened here 2 weeks ago. I wasn't on the boat. I had to work this day. A bunch of our guys went diving.
Yeah.
They leave out of Graveline Bayou. They get about to where 113 used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy, boat they were on, says, "You know what? I think I forgot to fill the boat up." He just got his boat out the shop. Didn't remember if he filled it up before or after.
I'm gonna use the restroom.
So
Yeah, go ahead. Far away.
So they said, "We better turn and head towards Dolphin Island. We'll run over to Dolphin Island, get gas real quick, and then run back out to where we were going." They come around the tip of Dolphin Island. Now, this is from what I was told. If I'm sorry, Bob, Seth, I messed something up, K9. But they get like a quarter and half a mile from the ramp, and they run out of fuel. So they strap on their fins, get behind the boat, and start kicking. They kicked
No.
that boat
Hell no.
the half mile to the boat ramp.
Hell no.
Yeah.
No.
They took turns, 4 of them, 2 of them at a time, and jumped back there. They kicked. They said they was making like 1.5, 2 miles an
Them
hour.
thighs was on fire.
Man, you
Yeah.
ain't doing it.
That was here in the recent. It was in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, I'm calling Cito. I think that right there is the best commercial that Taken ever had. To
Yeah.
not just like I'm paying the $200 so I never have to kick fins.
But
on the
yeah,
back of a boat.
I know there's some of them probably watching right now. That do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, I'm
All
not.
right,
I'm not
so
doing that.
so we covered the Cito stuff.
Yep.
We covered.
I want to ask Marcus something before you get into
Go
what you're
ahead,
about to
Mark.
get
Well,
into.
I was going to say, Marcus, tell us what you do with the dive and all the charter and all the other stuff.
Well, I wanted to know before you, because I know you know that fluently. How did you get hooked up with these guys? Like official.
So y'all-
I don't think we talked about that the last time you were on. did
Y'all
we?
are trying to be like the NWO. Like y'all are trying to be
Just
like
bringing in
Hulk Hogan,
local charter captains.
Sting. Yeah, y'all trying to be like the heavyweight
Newest
champions
member
of the
of Fish in
world.
the South.
Yeah.
Marcus McDavid
Marcus
shows up. He's like,
McDavid.
and then now he's in all your videos. Yeah.
What, you part of
I tell
NWO now?
Actually,
How'd that happen? You Hollywood Hogan?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
ain't nothing like that.
I was doing TikTok live.
Yeah, I mean, it's we've known each other for years.
Yeah.
But I mean, we never really got to talk much or anything like that. And then, through TikTok, I'd shoot shit with him, whatever.
So you were on TikTok before you got with Fish in the South or no?
yes.
Okay. I didn't know that. All right.
And then, I mean, it just, through TikTok, he was like, man, let's go fishing one day. And then one day, and this is where it comes in on my side of
Point
it.
that mic at your mouth. Yes, thank you. All right, there we can hear you
Better.
Yeah. All right.
So, for the
Thank you.
past 4 or 5 years, I've been chartering so much. All the guys that I used to fish with on my days off either don't fish no more, but it just got to be to where I didn't have anybody to fish with on my days off. And, it just gets boring going by yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
So I wasn't going. And, I just got with Josh. We did one video one day. And, ever since then, we've been fishing together a lot.
Was our first trip we went to Flatboat?
Yes.
Okay, I remember that.
Me, you, Wolf,
Snow Wolf, and
and
Malcolm.
Malcolm, yeah.
Yep. Oh, Malcolm.
I'm glad y'all didn't bring Malcolm because we only had 4 seats and he would have taken both
2 of them.
Yeah.
But, all the guys that I used to fish with, for fun on my days off, they either don't fish no more, busy doing other stuff, other
Yeah.
jobs, whatever.
It's tough.
So, it just got to where I was burnt out, charter fishing, and I just didn't feel like fishing on my days off.
Yeah.
But since I've got with Josh, my days off, I'm always, if the weather's good, I'm not going to go get beat up to try
Yeah,
to
it
catch
ain't
a
worth it.
fish,
Yeah.
especially when I don't have to.
Right.
But now, it's brought some of the fun back to
Back.
fishing for me.
Well, they always say, and I just got my charter boat license last summer or whatever.
This summer.
It is.
It's past
This
summer.
summer. Yeah. But they always say when you do it for a living, it's not as cool.
Now,
You still love fishing.
I still love it, but on the days that I have off, if I don't have somebody to go with to have fun, I don't want to go.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to by yourself. But the fact that you still want to be on the water and be
I'm
holding a fishing pole means
Well, it's the greatest place on
yeah.
earth.
Well,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well,
Greatest job in the world.
We cut up out there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you guys
And
have
that's-
no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we were on TikTok Live. Someone put a bounty on me. Whoever pushes me in the water
Nice. I like that.
gets
I like that.
so a lion, right? And a lion
On TikTok,
It's on
Yeah.
TikTok. It's a
Yeah.
gift.
$150
Yeah.
bucks.
It's a $150 gift.
Yeah.
So whoever pushes me
Dude,
in the water,
I'll push you in the water for $10.
That-
Yes,
That's
for
what
real.
that video about me tackling him
So
off the boat
I'm
was.
on the
Yeah.
front of the boat taking a piss, and Marcus fucking runs to the front of the boat and tackles me into the water. So he got $150
on the live, even though it's your live, they can send it to him. Is that how that works?
He went live
How
with
old,
it.
how old do I sound right now? Explain this to me. how this works.
64.
What is the?
I'm right there with
What
you.
are
What
you
is the internet?
You young
Exactly.
whippersnappers got everything.
Tell me
going
what
for
the
you.
internet is.
But no, it was a week or so later. I was
Who are you
I was-
battling? Brian?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was me and Brian. I was sitting at work one day, me and Brian on there battling, just shooting
Again,
shit.
I think
Battles
that means
is
you're a rapper.
whoever-
Yeah,
whoever
rapper.
gets the
It's not a rap battle.
Yeah, I
It's
think Eminem and y'all are both going back and forth, and who's going to lose themselves in
It's
the
whoever
moment.
gets the most points wins that round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Point system.
Right.
And we're not really worried about it. We're just shooting the shit. And the guy that put the bounty out on Josh pops in out of nowhere, and boom, I get $150 added to my
I
account.
only want to grow my TikTok now just to do this battle thing. What
I'll
is it?
punch
What-
Jared right now for $150.
It's
If
fun.
anybody wants to put
Nobody
$150,
responded. Nobody responded, so don't worry about
But-
it. Yeah.
But no, back to your question. I love what I do. I love chartering. I meet people from all over the country, all over the world. I've had people from Germany this summer.
that's awesome.
I meet
Yeah.
people from everywhere, and it's cool meeting people. And I would rather watch somebody else catch a fish than myself catch a fish.
Yeah.
That's like whenever Josh goes fishing with us, I kick back and run the boat. They do the fishing. I'm just there. I'm running the boat and I'm having fun watching them.
El Capitan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's like
it's-
master sensei level, right?
Yeah.
When you enjoy them doing it more than you do it. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what if you're in the charter boat business, you know what I'm saying? You'd rather see a kid or even
what
a
it's all
dad
about,
or
really.
anything
Right.
like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this might be a story for later, but I'll go ahead and tell it.
Go ahead and tell it.
live in the moment, baby.
Our mafia rodeo that we did last year, we had another charter captain donate a trip, and my daughter ended up winning that trip. Which she didn't want to go or whatever. So it was a buddy of mine that works at the fire department that donated the trip.
Yeah.
My wife's never caught a triple tail, and it was getting right about the time the big triple tail should start showing up, and so I told him, I said, look, let's go triple tail fishing one day. He didn't know how to really triple tail fish. So I said, let's go do triple tail.
So you were
trip.
schooling him?
Yeah, I was teaching him how I do it. You know,
Yeah.
everybody's got their own way. I taught him
Right.
how I did it and everything. Brought my wife. She caught her first triple tail. Ended up catching a reward tag from USA triple tail. But so I took her that day. Me and her both fished. He run the boat. I run the boat some. He fished. I mean, we just went and had fun.
Well,
But in that one day was the best triple tail day I have ever had.
really?
We caught 25, and we're back at the dock by 11 o'clock.
Wow.
That's crazy. And most people don't even start till noon when the sun gets up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcus is like, yeah.
Yeah.
mistake.
Don't tell that.
Yeah.
Don't tell
Hey,
anybody.
we don't speak. We don't need to speak too much about it.
I'm not going to give all my secrets
That's
away.
like the people at Sheepshead. Where'd you catch that Sheepshead at? In the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's crazy is everybody on here captains a boat pretty much.
Mhm.
And the best days is when you get to sit back and not captain a boat.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When you get to sit back
100%.
Yeah.
and sit in the back of the boat and just hang out, let somebody else
That's like-
captain the boat and watch everybody else do what you're doing. And it's like, I'm glad I'm sitting in the back seat right now.
And that's me. I'd rather just kick back, run the boat, whatever, watch everybody else catch fish. That's where I get my enjoyment
Yeah,
from.
that's good. I mean, that makes a good captain
Yeah.
for sure.
As many hours on the water as you got, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I dig it. What's more fun? I think I've asked you this before on other episodes.
Spear fishing. I know what
Damn
you're
it.
Yeah,
Damn it.
yeah.
I already did. I did. It always comes to my head the way you talk about it, but it
Yeah,
is still more. It's more fun to go in the water.
No
It
doubt.
is.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you have never done it,
I know, man.
it
Well-
is worth the money to go down there to Adventure Locators, pay to get certified.
Where are they
Just-
at now? Because that building's getting torn down.
They're right.
No, they
across,
moved-
They're in the 20 yards right across the park.
The little new place that they built right in front of it. You know how they put the new strip
Yeah.
mall
Oh,
in
the
the parking lot?
T-Mobile?
They're right
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's right
Jerry
there.
and them.
Yeah.
Old Jerry.
But diving is one of those things that once you get certified, it's worth the money just to go through the class, just to go dive to springs. If that's all you never do,
Vortex?
yeah. Vortex, Morrison's, whatever.
Yeah.
If you never dive again, it's worth the money just to go do that to experience it.
Yeah.
And then
Well, we talked about it at the tournament,
yeah,
getting our kids.
yeah,
Everybody getting our
we're
kids
doing that
there.
this
Yes.
this spring. Now, a little plug for the dive shop. They do a gift certificate every
At
year
Christmas.
Yeah, at Christmas.
around Christmas
Yeah.
time
Yep.
for a certain percent off of getting certified.
Yep.
That's what I'm getting my daughter for Christmas this year.
We've been talking about it for 2 years, I
Yeah.
think.
Several-
on the show.
several-
on the
How old's
show.
your daughter?
10.
10. So mine's 11.
She'll
No,
be
12.
11.
Yours
She'll be
is
11
13.
whenever we go to the
13.
class.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're 10, 11, 12, 13. So
You're
we'll
going to do
have
it
the whole
this
Just
Christmas?
coming. I'm buying it for Christmas, and then I think once you buy it, it's good for
thing. You
6
got a year.
months.
I think it's
Oh,
a year.
six-
I've said it
yeah,
before
I
on the
think
show.
it's
I
6
bought one in
months.
2007.
Yeah, we ruined all of it.
And
Yeah,
never
y'all-
cashed
yeah,
it.
we
Y'all
screwed
screwed
all
all
this
this
up.
up.
Yeah.
Actually, my mom got it for me.
Yeah.
Never-
But I mean, it's whether you never dive again, it's worth it just to go do it once.
Yeah.
Once you're done with that, you do your first rig dive
You're
or
hooked.
wreck dive.
You're hooked.
Either you're hooked or you'll never do it again.
Yeah.
And
And the
that's the two trains of thought. It's you either love it or you don't.
The reason I
and
didn't
it's-
go was because I was in school. Is why I didn't go. It
Yeah.
wasn't because I didn't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But I did watch a
But
ton
I
of
was broke.
I did watch a ton of videos though about wreck diving, especially World War II wrecks, and then I was like, oh,
I love all that old history.
Yeah,
off the,
yeah. There's
off the East
a
Coast.
there's a U-boat that sunk right out off the coast of North Carolina. Yep, by a Coast Guard boat. Sunk them, as a matter of fact.
I would love
200 foot of water or 150 feet, 110 feet, something like that.
Yeah.
It's easy. Supposedly, wreck divers can get to it.
Yeah, well, there's different levels of wreck diving.
Correct. But
Yeah.
I'm saying you're not like
But
in a
it's-
bell or any kind like
Yeah.
submersible or anything.
But
You can get there.
no, I would love sometime in my life before I die, I would love to go dive all of those historical wrecks off
Yeah.
the East Coast. I mean, that's just
yeah,
that's just cool to me.
I dig it. for
We
sure.
need to do like a kids dive tournament. I know
Ooh,
it's weird.
Liability sounds a little high on that.
There's a
I
lot
don't
of-
know
Yeah,
I don't know about that there.
Yeah, I don't know about
Hey,
that.
and we do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
Kids do it all
look,
the
I guess I'm
time.
wrong.
Yeah, we do it. I don't
Look what
care.
I said.
I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
all of the tournaments that I dive have a kids division.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's
There you go.
we've got
They're certified. I guess they're certified.
we've
right?
got 12. They're a little bit older now, but a couple
15,
years ago,
16.
they were
yeah.
12, 13 years old. They're out there diving with us, shooting the same fish they are, or we are. They're winning first place on the kids board, and they're placing on the adults board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Well, this
and
year.
that-
Go ahead.
and that's just
Well, see
you know,
that would I've never been down there. You've been down there, but I'm sure when you go down there with your daughter, it's going to be a little different
I'm sure it will be for a little bit.
because you're going to be like, "Is she okay? Is she?" You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But I mean,
then-
and that honestly,
Well, you just being
I've talked with my daughter
Papa Bear,
about it.
yeah.
She's still nervous about the sharks and
Yeah.
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Admittedly, yeah, I would.
And that's
I am.
I was supposed to get her certified this past year, and then she just said, "No, I don't want to do it."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Okay, I let it go. I'm not going to force her to do it."
No,
Right.
And then later through the summer, we're at the house. She's like, "Daddy, I want to play with your dive stuff in the pool." I was like, "I thought you didn't want to do it." She's like, "No, I just didn't want to dive with the sharks."
yeah,
So once I talked to her and figured out what her concerns were, she was worried about the sharks.
right.
And
So
they're
she's
always
So I
there.
said, "Look, we can go get certified,
at Vortex, yeah.
and then for a year, 2 years, whatever, until you're comfortable,
Mhm.
we can make day trips to the springs in Florida and dive the
Yep.
springs. It's
Correct.
3 hours.
I've been
You
down
know,
there.
yeah.
I didn't dive, but it was awesome.
I mean, we can go make dive trips to the springs, and then whenever you're comfortable, then we'll start diving out
Yeah.
here." She's like, "Okay, let's do it." So,
Yeah.
so that's what
Because
we're
I know
doing.
I would
It's
be.
awesome.
I'm going to be scared anyways.
Yep.
Because I'm going
I'll
down there
tell
with
you-
the sharks, and then I got my daughter down there. I'm really going to be scared because if I don't bring my daughter back, I'm going to die as well.
Like I said, you don't have to go. You don't have to start there. You can start in
Right,
sheltered
yeah,
waters. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
I mean, go to the springs. Just go enjoy it.
I'm ready.
now that we have, I just saw this in the comments, so now I want to ask you. You just commented on this video. Do you know why you show up as Facebook user?
I don't have
I can show you right here on
Right
my.
now.
I thought it was
It's showing-
Facebook
No,
loser.
it's showing.
Do you want to get up and walk around here and look at my? It says.
It's
Look,
comment.
watch,
Right.
watch,
Comment
watch,
right
watch,
now.
watch.
Comment right
No,
now.
no, he already
Look,
did. Look,
It's saying Josh Harmon.
no, it's
No,
gonna. There's
comment,
there's like a
comment.
3-second delay or
Comment.
5 second.
It's showing all of us Josh Harmon
All right, comment again.
right there. Facebook user.
Yeah, that's what we see through streamers. So
Facebook loser.
you must you must have some kind of setting that doesn't allow like a third party app to see what
I
you're doing.
guess.
You,
I-
you know,
I
you
look-
must do weird stuff on Facebook because you got some.
I thought
kind
we
of-
blocked him.
or we blocked him. Yeah, maybe we blocked him. I don't know. We might have blocked you.
It's a possibility.
No, we did not.
Sister-
Block
No, we blocked him.
you. We did not
Yeah, I know
block
we got that lag for a minute.
you. Yeah, I think I did notice.
Okay, I see people coming back in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're back
It's
out.
it hasn't ever dropped the signal.
That's
but-
because everybody's on Wi-Fi right now.
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
true, too.
We
Yeah.
all on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Well, there's also 6,000 people watching right now too.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll
So-
get there one day.
Yeah, we got
It's
some.
like a fishing story. I lie. You lie a little bit, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, fit.
I'm
we got some
6,000.
events coming
Yeah.
up. We just had the Sheepshead Showdown, which you were the
Yes,
Waymaster.
yes.
We had the Sheepshead Showdown.
Which, what by the way, was a great turnout. We
great turnout. Yes, Marcus fished it. There was a lot of people there.
A lot of fish weighed, a lot of
a lot of
anglers, a
fish
lot of
weighed
great
in.
sponsors. Which I
Yeah.
still got to put the video
I
out.
think
on that.
it
I
was.
should have entered everything instead of just a redfish.
Oh, I know what I was
Just
going to say.
sheephead.
I know what I was going to say earlier. You talk about.
I want to say something.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, these folks, why ain't everyone putting in for the speckled trout? Was it 3 years in a row? Only 2 pounds?
2 pounds because there's there
It's
aren't
that
any.
time of year.
There's not any.
You're just
That
talking
time
about
of
weighing
year.
fish though, because I mean, how many people actually fish that category? Do you know the number off the top of your head? I
There
know I don't know.
was.
But they have to catch a
23.
fish to weigh it. You know what I mean?
I, mean, I
23.
hear you, but
Yeah.
if only
There was
23 people are
23
going-
people. That fish,
how many speckled trout did I hold? 5, maybe.
Not many.
3.
Yeah.
There's only
3 that
each?
made it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But have you been speckled trout fishing lately? There's
I
not
don't even
any
believe
Yeah, I mean, I
speckled
was on the
trout.
chandelier.
it's
Yeah, I
good.
caught a 22-inch trout
Now
on
it's
chandelier
good.
the other day.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Well, you could have won some money.
Yeah.
I could have, but I was the weight master.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
And Kyle actually, Kyle Johnson messaged me the other day. He was like, "Hey man, what's up? Can I enter?" I was like, "Yeah, you can enter." He's like, "Can I
Yeah.
go to Chandelier? If you launch in Mississippi
Yep.
and come back to Mississippi, you can launch.
Yep.
You can go anywhere you want to."
I'm cutting his fish open, see if there's weights.
For
still.
sure.
Oh, no, there's no
Yeah.
doubt.
Dude, did y'all see all the
There's
videos?
egg sinkers.
I saw a news article that they seized the boat.
They
and
seized
the
their
trailer.
boat,
As
yeah.
they should. I mean, you're talking $30,000
No,
and you're cheating.
He
on that?
won like
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
$200,000.
No, I know.
No, it was.
He
In
done
the
multiple
past 2
tournaments.
years,
Yeah.
it was north of 500,000.
But see, when I read that story, and I'm new to the fishing tournament scene as far as like when I was a kid, we went to the Gulfport, the rodeo and all that stuff, like deep sea fishing
Deep
rodeo.
sea, yeah.
Saw that. But putting on a tournament, you learn a lot, right? We've done it for 3 years now. I'm thinking like, was this the year that they just got so egregious that it's like, it's like a
No.
little fish that weighs
No.
60 pounds?
They've
Like,
done it forever.
I understand,
And the
but what I'm
bad thing is,
all I'm saying is, did they get greedy?
What
Did they
took them
put
off?
too many weights?
They definitely put too many
That-
weights in there.
they
Right.
only needed
Definitely.
18 pounds.
Right, and they
And with
weighed
the fish-
47 pounds. or something.
33
Yeah,
or something.
With
exactly.
the fish they
A
had,
way stupid amount.
they probably would have won it.
Well,
They
They
probably
would've-
would have been
they-
close.
They would have won it
And not
without
only
the weight.
did they
God,
put
dog.
weights in, but they put
a lot of weights.
like
Pliers.
Oh, yeah, some fillets in
Well,
there.
they were
Yeah.
wrapping. They were wrapping the weights in fillets.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
sticking them in the mouth.
I just don't know. I feel like you could feel that
I think
weight.
that's what happened. I think the weighmaster.
Yeah,
Felt it
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
because I saw an article on that as well.
because like
Well,
the
He
same
said
thing-
he said something was fishy about the fish,
Well,
See what I did
yeah,
there?
yeah,
exactly.
and
but like it
I
wouldn't.
mean, that's like
It
that-
wouldn't feel normal in your hand.
What if I turned in
right?
a,
Like, it would be
a
well,
7-inch
it's-
trout
it's-
that weighed 5 pounds?
yeah, exactly. That's
and
So
that's what it comes
you
down
got a
to.
20. We weight. You're a weighmaster, so you were weighmaster in our tournament. We had a 27-inch redfish that weighed 7 pounds. We had a 26-inch redfish that weighs 6.3.
Exactly.
That's what
And
I'm
then
saying.
we, then we
20
weigh in
pounds.
one
And
that's 27 and he weighs 11 pounds.
It's like-
That's my point.
Uh,
That's my
I
point.
mean, 'cause
that's
if it
exactly what it
doesn't-
come down to.
Yeah, if it doesn't look like a fish that's actually like got a
Yeah.
roe in it or something like that.
And actually, we had a
You got-
sheephead, that goofy looking sheephead. Remember that
Mhm.
sheephead we had
yeah,
that had the hump in it?
yeah,
It did
And I
look
was
funny.
like,
yeah.
you
But
look.
that's how they get when they get super big. All fish, right? If they get real big, they start to look.
No,
they don't
this
look
one
normal.
looked
This
like
one
it
looked-
just spawned.
something weird about it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was something weird about
But
it.
it was not.
It wasn't even
cheating. It was
close.
just weird.
I mean,
yeah.
Or whenever someone brings you a 14 3/4 inch speckled trout.
Yeah, but not in our tournament. That didn't happen.
Wow.
Yeah, sure. I said, hey man, get your fish and get out of here.
Yes, please take the fish now. Run and get out of here. We
You
never
need to
saw you.
leave.
Yes. Cut it up or something, or turn it. Maybe it's still alive. Put it back in the water. We don't know.
It was pretty
He
dead.
was-
It looks
pretty
alive.
cold.
Pray for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pray for
Pray
it, guys.
for it. Yeah, I don't know.
But y'all got we got Rocky stuff this weekend.
Yes, that is Cedar Swamp's 10-year anniversary customer appreciation day. Saturday, the 15th, 8 to 4. At 11 o'clock, they're going to have hamburgers and hot dogs and a bunch of sides.
And I'm guessing y'all are going to be there.
Is there raffle
I'll be
tickets?
there. Yes, I'll be there for a little while.
Marcus, you're not invited.
Marcus always comes to ours and just wins
Well,
all the
that's
raffles.
that's the thing. He did it to the Fish in the South meet and greet.
Yes.
He did the same thing. Won
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
it-
Marcus is not invited.
so actually, there's a bunch of prizes that are going to be given out, and there's no purchase necessary to get a
Yes.
raffle ticket.
And we would
Oh, okay.
be there, but you and Rocky don't check our calendar. So
I mean, he's not. He's
No,
only a sponsor of the show.
That is this weekend. So
yes, and then y'all's
we
meet
have
and
a meet and
greet,
greet with actually Southern Salt Kayak Fishing. I don't know if y'all are
Mississippi
subscribers.
Salt.
No, not Mississippi Salt. Southern Salt
From Alabama.
from Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mississippi Salt. He will be there,
Okay.
but he actually just came out with they're called the Hoodwinks. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, sling him down there. Somebody in the, put him in front of that camera.
Southern Salt. I
Southern
don't
Salt.
know if I've
Man,
ever heard of it.
Let me tell you something. Someone that is so educated on what he does and knows
Okay.
what he's talking about. This
Nice.
guy right here.
See?
And those baits so far, every video he posts with those baits,
Them glow in the dark.
dude, they are killing it right now.
Really,
Yes.
I like it.
I've seen it. I just ain't looked
kayak.
at one
Yeah,
yet.
I haven't even opened one.
So he's a kayaker
He's
guy,
a kayak fisherman.
and he's going to be at Rockies.
He's the
with
one that
y'all?
caught that 30-inch trout.
He's the guy that caught a 30-inch trout out of Alabama.
Yep.
So he's
Jesus.
the Speckled Truth to get the citation
He
thing.
turned it in.
I'm sure he did. I think he did. Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good
Sweet.
bait.
Yeah.
Stink.
So he pours these, or he's got
I
his
mean,
He
name.
has
on it?
a person doing that.
Okay.
I imagine it'll catch a fish.
Oh, they catch. Well, I'm
look
watching his
great.
videos. They're catching
They
his
look
fish.
great.
They're catching fish.
I'd like to try one.
Yeah, give him our number, and we
Yeah,
can
they
have him on
yeah,
too,
for sure.
For sure.
Hey,
Definitely. He's
that's a June bug right there. That's good bass color.
Oh,
it's a
June
good
bug.
bass color. Uh-huh.
Oh, gas color. So what else
But
y'all got going
we
on?
also have so November 5th we have a meet and greet with Southern Salt Kayak. So everyone come out, hang out.
Where's
These
that at?
two right here will be at the Peter
I like
Anderson. We will be at
Yes.
See the Swamp.
Man, come on.
So hey
I
man,
know.
We got to go. It's,
Well,
I
it's
know,
huge for us.
but
I understand.
It's
I get
huge.
it. I get
Yeah.
it. I get it. But I'll come out to Peter Anderson.
Come hang out.
What days will you be? The Friday, Saturday?
We'll be there Friday, Saturday. We're going.
So I'm gonna
set
be,
up Friday night, right?
Yeah,
You
we're
just gotta-
going. Me and Jared are going to be like best buds we're going to a Disney for a week, and then we get to hang out with each other.
God, dog.
Drink
Our wives are friends.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of
Drink
Joey.
fest, man.
Yeah,
I
it's-
wanna
Yes.
drink fest.
Well, I've known him since he was in 5th grade, so we were used to this.
7th grade.
I
I
thought
didn't.
it was
7th grade.
fifth.
Anyway,
Okay,
keep
well,
going.
whatever.
He doesn't even know me.
I don't even like him. I don't even like this dude.
like this guy.
So then we
Mutual.
got a I guess you call a bungalow on.
That sounds fancy.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't
Yes.
either.
It's just a room
Okay.
right there for the Peter Anderson Festival, and we'll be down there for 2 days. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be out of town for 9 days, and then have the weekend, and then back at work.
Slinging merch is what we're trying to do.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
you gonna come down there and hang out?
Yeah, I'll come down there and
Yeah,
hang
we'll
out.
throw some
Y'all
Well,
hats
it's
in
Peter
the,
Anderson's what first weekend of February?
The 5th.
Yes.
4th or 5th.
It's the first weekend.
First
Yeah,
week.
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
It's like 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4, whatever.
Right,
I don't
right,
remember.
right.
Yeah.
And we're going to be
It's a
in
big
the
event.
Ocean Springs. I don't know the proper name. Is it Golf Cart Rentals? Ocean Springs.
Downtown golf.
I know where you're
Downtown
talking about.
Reynolds?
I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah,
And Aaron.
Kyle and Aaron. Yes.
We'll come
That's
see y'all.
what
at
No,
some
that'll be
point
a
or
great
another.
time.
Yeah.
So, what time are y'all going to be there?
I think we set up Friday evening.
Start to
We're-
finish.
Yeah,
So we're
yeah,
driving
seriously
in.
though, yeah.
We're driving in from Disney Friday evening,
Setting up.
throwing everything in the house, setting up
That's
at
not
the
gonna be
new hotel, bungalow, apartment, B&B,
Airbnb.
and we're just gonna go to sleep and then wake up the next morning. Yeah,
Set it up. Yeah. It's gonna be a hell of a ride.
it's gonna be a ride.
Sounds like a ride.
Y'all come down there and hang out, man. It's a great event in Ocean Springs. I mean, I know everybody knows about it.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
fun.
if you guys need some help Friday night setting up,
No, just come drink.
Don't count
we'll
on
be
Josh.
Yeah,
Drink,
just come
you got
We'll be good. Y'all have y'all's thing Saturday.
yeah, we have our thing Saturday.
Yeah, so come hang out with us Sunday.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sunday we'll be
I'll
down,
be down
there.
there.
all day.
You want to come on?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What?
it'll be
we'll do
fun.
another show down
love it.
there. We'll do some pictures
Hey,
or something.
That'd be fun. Yeah, let's do that.
We'll do some live broadcasting. Yeah, we'll do that for sure.
Yep.
But you got to buy like 3 shirts and 2 hats. Everybody.
And a
Hey,
beanie.
let's see. Hold on a second.
I got you something.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm looking at the comments here. Nicholas said they've been getting away with it so long. We're going back to the weights thing. They got careless and went overboard and put way too many weights. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what we all agreed upon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it your birthday?
It's not. I'm not sure.
You
what
just
they
bought
did.
him a Rolex?
Well,
He bought him a Rolex bag.
no way.
There you go. Whose birthday is it? Seriously, is it
It's
your
no, it's
birthday?
no one's birthday.
Ain't no
Okay.
way.
You
No.
just bought it to you just brought this guy this Rolex?
Don't forget to get on the mic for whatever's in that bag.
All right, let's
Especially
see
if
it.
it's one of those things where the
If it's a
butterflies
real
come out.
Rolex,
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
if it's
It better not
ticking,
be. It better not be like a gag gift, man.
I hope
if
it
it's
is.
ticking,
This is sick.
Actually,
Is this-
actually, if you do you look at watches?
I have no idea.
I do.
Okay, so
I'm
that's-
just guessing.
I know watches.
It's not always. It's
Oh,
bags.
okay.
It's a,
If you really bought him a Rolex on our show,
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Why did
Yeah,
you buy
this-
me a
I
Rolex?
can't say I bought it. But
You stole it? Don't say that on.
You
I
did.
didn't say
Yeah,
I
I
already
didn't
told
steal
you.
it.
I didn't say I
Steal it.
stole it either.
Dude, so far it's legit.
It looks good so far.
You
Holy
give great
moly.
gifts, Josh.
I wouldn't know.
Dude, you bought Brian a rifle
Yeah.
and a Rolex, like
it
a
a real
Rolex.
Nah, it's the.
What is it?
What is it? Show it to the camera.
A lot of things I would say if we weren't on a live video right
I
now.
gotta get a new band for it.
What is it?
Oh, he give you his used watch.
Joey,
No,
hand
it's not
it. Joey,
used.
put it over. Joey, put it.
What
right
is
now.
that?
It's brand new. It's the Matrix.
Hold on. It's not going to focus
Matrix
unless you
Rolex.
cover everybody's face up.
Cover your faces,
There it
guys.
went. There it went. Turn it, Joey, just a little bit right there. All right, that's
Ooh.
pretty sweet.
That's sick.
What is that though? I still haven't
Holy
heard.
Matrix.
moly.
Give me the mic.
It's from you want to?
Chad Champagne.
He's got his own watch.
So, guys, we're doing a thing with Matrix Shad.
Yeah.
Matrix has bait boxes, monthly subscription boxes.
Yes.
Uh,
Chad's supposed to be on the show, by the way.
well, we need to get Chaz over here.
Well,
So-
no. We've
The-
already done that.
The bands.
We try.
I was like, wait a second, hold on.
I didn't even notice. I was like, what's
We're
going
gonna, have
on
to
over
look,
there?
we're gonna have to look back on the live to see if that got caught. Joey just tried to switcheroo and hand him his shitty ass Apple Watch. That was good, Joey.
They did a
That was
shitty
good.
Apple Watch.
That was
me,
good.
me and Joey's over here looking at each other.
That was good. I hope that was on the stream. I don't know. I might not have switched the camera.
So look, if you know Chaz,
Yeah.
we've tried to get Chaz on.
We'll get
multiple times.
Chaz.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
Chaz.
And
We'll
I
get Chaz.
know Chaz and Andrew used to fish
Yeah, back in the
all
day.
the time.
Which Andrew could have used you the other day because he drove his boat up onto the bank.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, he was stranded
So
for
that's
Did he really?
Yes.
That doesn't
Yeah,
sound like
for
something
hours.
So that's another reason why we've been trying to, sea tow guys. People get sea tow. I'm telling you, you don't want to be stuck out
Hey,
there.
you know my birthday's next week.
But I got another one.
No,
But-
tell us about this watch. So for real,
So okay.
Can I
so
see it?
guys,
Yeah, absolutely.
Matrix Shad. If you want, man, open up the bait box.
Bait
Show-
box, gotcha.
Show the bait box.
Hold on. Until Chaz agrees to be on the show, we're not opening up the bait box.
Well, so this is a monthly subscription box, okay, that he sends out every month, and these are all the baits that come in it.
We don't care.
It's like, and so if you use the code BAITBOX, you get 25% off of your first box that comes in the month. I mean, you got, well over, I don't know, those are like
Hey, those top waters are
That's a
legit.
lot, dude.
Hey,
I'm
I'm
still
going to
confused
tell you.
about the watch. Somebody's going to have to explain this to me. So it's not a Rolex, but Chaz is making his own.
no. So Chaz, I don't know how his, I don't know.
It says Rolex on it.
Yeah. I don't know how.
So Chaz is the Lake Pontchartrain man. Yes, he's
Yeah.
the man.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
And
So he does have a line of watches, or he does.
Yes, he has these. He has the Matrix Shad, their custom
it's a Rolex.
Rolex.
Sweet. So those monster Matrix Shads are legit for snapper.
Man, well, those are the megas.
Kill it.
Yeah, you need the monsters, right? Or
We
or the
have monsters,
Yes.
but the megas work too. The megas
Really?
are great as well. Yes.
So that's the new one. That's the shrimp he just put out, right?
Yeah, this is the Matrix
Yep.
shrimp.
So I mean, you're getting.
Bring it in closer if y'all really want him to see it. Joey, put it in front
You're
of the camera.
getting. I'm telling you, you guys are
Look at
getting a
look at
great
the monitor.
value.
Yeah.
And then you get 25% off your first purchase. You got jig heads. You got.
Those golden eyes are legit.
Yes, I love Golden Eye. That's my
Yes.
favorite jig.
I'm all about it. I'm just going to tell you right now. Messaged him a bunch of times. I was like, hey, man, come on the show. Come on the show. Come on the show.
He actually
so-
told us yes once, but I think
Well,
logistics got
So he
messed up.
has
He's
little,
busy.
his little kids,
Yeah, he's
and he
busy.
has his own thing going on. And he's
Yeah.
trying to make content too. So he's got a lot of stuff going on. So you best bet is it's hard for him to schedule something.
Oh, I
We were going to go
we
over
get
there to him
it. We get it.
in the
Oh,
Poncha
really?
train. Yeah.
We'll try to set that up with him.
We
Might be
tried.
able to.
Joey, you should be a hand model. Apparently,
A hand model.
Yeah.
There you
Who
go.
said that?
Gene Brady.
Gene Brady.
Thanks, Gene Brady. That's
Gene.
Fat Boy.
Yeah.
Fat Boy Fishing Club.
That's dope. I like to watch though. I still don't understand if it's real or not. It's y'all haven't
Have to
explained
take-
that. what
have
the
to
So
damn-
have to
explain
take
the
to
gift.
Joe.
Does it matter if it's real or not? It's
if
badass.
if you can touch
Yeah.
it, it's real.
So
Yeah,
it's-
yeah. But what I'm trying, honestly, you know, what I mean, I'm being selfish because I'm trying to figure out if he's like entering into the watch game, Chaz is or not. And I'm
Chaz-
trying to like from a merchandise perspective, like, is there a play on the watch game? Do I need to know about
Get-
the watch game? What's going on here?
get
On the
a,
outdoor
get a
watch
head
game.
start on
Yeah.
the investment.
Yeah,
Look,
exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Should we have a brownwater watch game? Like, what's
Hey,
going
that
on?
would be
Ah.
badass. I don't know how much.
So are you the godfather of gifts? Because like you gave Brian a rifle,
I did gift to Brian a rifle. I did.
and
do
now
that.
we got a Rolex.
I've gifted other things like I mean,
He gifted me a T-shirt.
He's the saltwater.
Yeah.
Hey, he's the saltwater Santa
You're
Claus.
saltwater Santa Claus.
Yeah, we
Saltwater
just
Santa Claus.
gave you a
Look,
nickname, saltwater Santa
Look,
Claus.
for like 2 months, Josh was, dude, I've got you something.
I had
coming.
all
You're
of
gonna love
TikTok.
it.
TikTok
You're
was
gonna
fucking
love it.
on it too, man.
Yeah.
I bought you something. I'm waiting on it to get here.
I gotta get.
And then he finally said, man, it
Yeah.
got here.
Russian prostitute.
No.
Okay.
T-shirt.
Hey,
It's a good
he
idea.
sends me a T-shirt with my logo. The logo is like this big on the back of the
Bruh, I
T-shirt.
was
On the
pissed.
entire back of the T-shirt.
$40 for this
Thanks,
shirt.
Josh.
You know we could have helped you out on that, right?
Yeah. We know a guy who
Well,
knows a guy.
okay, so the thing was, it was another TikToker, and I wanted to support her business.
Yeah.
And
You got caught up in the loop.
Yeah,
man,
you
it was
hey,
garbage.
shop
dog.
local, bro.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I was just trying to support somebody.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you.
So last time we met up was at the Sheepshead Showdown, and we kicked around the old Back Bay Trash Tournament.
Yeah.
Back
I
then.
think we need to do that.
I
we're gonna
I
call
agree
it-
100%.
The Back we're gonna call it the Bay Rat Bash.
The Bay Rat Bash?
Bay
Rat
Rat
Bash.
Bash.
I said
What all's going to be in this?
We're gonna do, depending on when it is, because I think we're gonna do February, March, somewhere around in there.
Oh, that's no good.
Why?
well, you haven't heard the fish yet.
For
Okay.
hardhead.
The catfish aren't around?
No, it's too early
Okay,
for
so when
catfish.
you
It's
when,
too
when do we
early for
need it?
catfish.
I thought they were around a year round.
When do we?
Hell
start?
no.
I
Oh,
guarantee you.
This is my favorite part of the year because they're gone.
Yeah, once it gets cold, the catfish are gone.
I
Okay.
guarantee
Yeah.
you in March I can go in Back Bay and catch a catfish. You want to bet?
They're not going to be there.
You want to make a friendly bet right now?
Not big
Um,
ones.
right
Are you
there,
saying like
right there by,
If I go to Glotz,
Boomtown.
I'm
Boomtown
telling you,
Casino.
You'll
with the
catch
strip boats
sheepshead.
on.
You'll catch sheepshead over there.
I'm
telling you.
I'm gonna just go with.
so when do we need? We need to do it before the major tournaments.
yeah,
So when do we need to do
it needs to be. It needs to be a summertime thing. Honestly,
That's when they're there.
So
Well, October, but-
pick between tournaments is
Yeah.
what you need to do.
All right, and if
Because
we do it in hot weather, we're gonna do like a Spanish mackerel. We'll do a bluefish.
You gotta do a catfish, or it's
But
not worth
that's
doing.
not
Catfish.
bayfish. Though.
Yeah, exactly.
that's not bayfish.
Yeah.
If you're
you
calling
said
it Bay
bayfish.
Rat, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll call it something.
needs to
else
be- it
then.
needs to
We'll
be
just call it
catfish, stingray,
trash bag,
ground
Yeah,
mullet.
Trash bag.
Just
Trash bag.
I said the
Trash
trash
bag.
classic
No,
because it
the-
sounds fancy, like your
No.
pinky's up, but it's
Trash
shit.
bag. And look, the shirts that we're gonna sell, the
Yeah.
shirts that we're gonna sell are just trash bags with the sleeves cut off.
What? Call it the trash can slam.
Trash.
The
cans.
trash.
There you go.
There
I
it
That's
like
a
is.
good name.
I
That's a
like
good
it.
name.
So we got
Oscar the Grouch
Hardheads-
can be the
Hardheads,
mascot.
Jack Crevalle, Stingray.
That's what I said. Stingray. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever cooked stingray?
No.
Yeah.
I got a buddy at
I've
work.
heard it was delicious.
I got a buddy at work
Not
said he said it was great. Now I don't know what that means.
We caught one 100+ pounds the other
Yeah,
day.
they did.
Well,
No
they stamp them. They stamp them like
Yeah,
scallops.
yeah.
I put the video on Facebook and TikTok and all that. But
Okay.
yeah, it was 4 foot across easy
Wow.
and caught it in the bay.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw
I
the
have
video.
I have
Yeah,
never
yeah.
seen a stingray that big.
I heard the
caught in
meat
bay.
is good. I don't know, like, risk
it's all
reward
live meat.
versus
That's
cleaning it
like-
as far as
hey,
like the time.
Josh says hardheads are good.
They are.
I've never been that
They are.
hungry.
Hardheads are gap top.
I'm telling you, if you fry them,
Well, it's all white.
Well, you
meat.
can fry a dog turd. Now
It's all white.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
What-
Snickers.
I mean,
Baby Ruth. Is
but if you're gonna spit a loogie on my line, I'm not gonna. I don't want you.
yeah.
hey, I'm just
agree
saying
with
we've
that.
done it.
Hardheads, I vouch they're good. They're good.
Yeah, they're good.
Depends
I-
where they're
now-
at. Where they're
now-
caught. Where they're
Okay.
caught.
Well,
is that like mullet? Same thing,
I
right?
think
People in Louisiana
Sandy
won't touch
Bottom's
them.
better, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Surely.
Yeah,
Surely.
And
always.
I can tell you there is a difference in Louisiana mullet and Mississippi.
Yeah,
yeah,
the
'cause Louisiana
dirty,
mullet, they
right?
won't touch it.
Right.
They won't touch
Yeah.
it at all.
No, there's a difference in the taste of the fish
Right,
I
because,
believe it.
because of
Because
what they're
it's-
eating in.
because of what they're eating.
Yeah, yeah.
We've
Well,
been
I
over
mean-
there in
What?
Louisiana before, through the net, caught mullet. I'm talking, it make me freaking gag.
Well, yeah,
They are
it's-
horrible.
Well, it's
Over here,
They're great.
now there's a difference between our mullet and
Bay
back
mullet
bay
and island
and the
mullet.
island
Correct.
mullet.
Correct.
Yeah,
correct.
definitely.
It's
now horn island mullet.
are amazing.
Legit.
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Now
that-
back
Fresh
bay,
catch though. You gotta kind of eat them that day.
Yeah.
Oh no,
No,
Cold.
you freeze them.
no, not freeze them. You cook them that day, or you catch them and cook them that day. They're awesome. You put them in the refrigerator
I got you.
overnight.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
eat
yeah, yeah.
cold mullet for
Yeah.
breakfast.
Bro, he-
Oh
Yeah.
man,
With
Mullet
grits.
and grits.
With grits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah. But
Or
you
you
ain't
smoke them.
you ain't freezing them though.
Smoke.
No,
Yeah. you ain't freezing
Smoke mullet. No, you don't want to freeze none of that.
them. I don't
but
like it.
And they
but
put
no,
their-
they say mullet in different places are bad, and it's all what they're eating.
well, we went to Pierre Park where they filmed the swamp.
Gator hunting, folks.
Yeah. And they had mullet all the way up there. It's all freshwater. And they were like,
Yeah.
that's the trashiest fish you could ever eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Oh,
hell,
no.
I'm
Put it
gonna
on
throw
some
the-
bunny bread with some
that's
ketchup.
what I'm saying. I'm
Pretty
going to throw the
good to
damn
me.
cast net. We didn't have anything. They were like bass fishing. Bass fishing's like kissing your sister. It's almost the same. I,
That's terrible.
I didn't know what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Terrible.
We're bass fishing and it's like mullet. I'm like, well, if we're hungry, I'm about to catch all these mullet with a cast net.
Right?
And they're like, no,
So-
that's terrible.
Salt water's for fishing, fresh water's for drinking.
There you go.
Yeah,
I like
believe
that.
Amen,
I like
brother.
that. I like that.
So what do we miss? Anything?
No,
Go
I kind of want to touch on
Go
you
ahead.
a little bit more.
Okay, we can do
Okay.
that.
Uh,
Go ahead. Ask a question.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
Floor's yours.
I think in the future, me and Josh are gonna
I
be
did that a second
teaming
ago.
up together.
All right. I'm listening. Okay, so wait a second. So he promo coded us, and now you're partnershiping with him on our show. Jesus
hey,
Christ,
we gotta,
Joey.
you know, we
What's
gotta
going
get out
on
there
here,
when we
man?
can.
Yeah,
we gotta get there when we can.
yeah. Go ahead.
Y'all know we have our own show. You know we have our own show.
And we do merchandise, and we're a company too. But
Yeah.
please,
Yeah,
proceed.
keep going.
Please,
Get him on
proceed.
here. I gotta get him on here.
Yeah.
I gotta get him on here. So I'll let you help me out on this. But we're gonna be partnering up, and we're gonna try to come out with some videos and maybe
Son
a little
of a
sponsorship
bitch.
deal that we're doing with Josh.
Yeah.
And
Probably won't be as good as we did.
and
Joey, what about Boat USA with somebody?
Yeah.
I'm a member. I have a membership with you.
All right,
I have a
hey,
membership with you. I can make the
hey,
joke.
money won't spend.
I
Money
can
won't
make the
spend.
joke. I'm allowed to say that.
But I want to touch down a little bit, and I'll let you come in and say what you want to say. But so that's kind of why we're here together on the show today.
So you're part of the NWO.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
I reckon
yep.
so.
Oh,
It's actually the FTS.
Yeah, FTS. Come
Yeah,
on.
All right,
FTS.
Promo code FTS, 2
Yeah.
free months.
Tell us,
Season
Josh,
membership.
what are you bringing to the table?
Well, I mean, man, y'all, I can't tell you how many times. Well, shit, I've almost ran out of gas out there, worrying coming back in.
You're a shitty captain. We get it. Keep
One
going.
100%, 100%.
Only when I'm out there.
3/4 of tangled, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
fucking
exactly.
run out there looking
Yeah.
for cobia.
Yeah, keep
Right.
going.
You know,
right.
running in on fumes. You know, and I've always thought, man, I really need to get Cito. And then Andrew putting his boat up in the marsh, stuck out there for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, get
right.
ate up by a horse.
Exactly,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
He really could have used Cito.
Yeah.
You know, just a lot of friends. I get a call the other night. I'm about to go to work. Hey, we're broke down. We're in between Ocean Springs and Horn Island. Do you think you can come get me? And I was like, do you have
No.
a seat? I was like, I can't come. No, God.
Yeah.
First off, it's rough.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what the hell y'all were doing out there in
Yeah.
the first place. And they're like, well, we called Coast Guard. Coast Guard's not coming to get us. And we called Cito. It's going to be almost $400 to come get us. I'm like, all best I can do is call a friend for you and see if they'll come get you. But
found a friend.
yeah, I can't come out there, guys. I mean, I just can't.
So
I'm
get that membership.
Yeah.
$199
That's how I told
a
him. I said, yeah, it's
$200
yeah,
a year.
$200 a year.
If you think
break
about
down.
it, if you think about it on the boat, I mean, you're going to spend at least that in a battery a year. At least that.
That's
in
less than $20 a
maintenance.
month.
I mean, that's
Right.
that's almost on a
$16.58
beautiful Saturday for me. Going, you know, my girlfriend, her friends, my buddies. I spend $200 on a Saturday.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
exactly.
Putting
No
gas,
doubt.
Exactly.
beer,
No doubt.
sandwiches.
Have you ever
No
met
doubt.
our wives?
Yeah.
Come home.
I spend $200 a night.
You know how much
Right?
White Claw costs?
Yeah.
Come home, and then you know we're spending $75
Yeah.
between
That
me
tip-
and the girlfriend at Wahoo's. You
Yeah.
know, get
Yep.
some dinner,
Yep.
or you know, Marina Cantina, stopping getting dinner, and then going home. So I mean, shoot,
I mean, it's a
Do
peace
y'all
of
have?
mind,
Do,
too.
do y'all break it down into payments, or is it all
Nope.
up front?
all
So
up front.
all
It's all up
All
front.
up
So
front.
$199 all up front, and then $15 for the
for the trailer care.
And if you sign up using code FTS, you get 14 months.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
yeah,
yeah,
that's, I don't get it,
Code-
man. If
promo
y'all
code
listening to this, please
FTS.
just do it. That's just,
Yeah.
in this society.
We
that
really
we
don't
live
want to
in-
have Josh back on since we
Oh, you'll never see either one of these companies on the show ever. Again. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. But I mean, in the society we live in, where like everything's going up, prices suck on most things. Honest to God, you talk about price of a vehicle, a truck, 4-wheel drive, doesn't matter. It's like, damn, that's stupid. That doesn't make sense. $200. I hear that and I go, for a whole year.
That's
And
a
now you're
peace
saying
of mind.
14
Peace of
months.
mind.
And now you got
For
2
you.
months
That's
free.
worth it. I swear, I'm not just saying that. If I thought it was a shitty deal, I'd tell you. That's worth it. It's really, I bought
Yeah,
it, so it's worth
right,
it. No, I didn't get the 14
100%.
months because you don't like me, but I did buy
Hey,
it.
maybe we can work something out there.
But we,
Yeah,
but he,
sure.
he definitely did.
Hey, when I re-up, I'm like, hey, I know Josh.
Yeah.
Man.
He definitely did the boat show, and that's where y'all are
Yeah.
happy at the boat shows, right?
Yeah,
Y'all are out there.
we do the 14 for 12. You know, there's different occasions throughout the year that will offer that. You know, we try to do boat show. We try to do a summer special.
Yeah.
And then typically we kind of do a fall special, but luckily we kind of fell into that right now with Josh. So we're there.
Let's see here. Ronald, I'm gonna flash it. There we go. Sorry, y'all. I'm moving my mic. Ronald Williams said, I have Cito for the last 3 years, but never used it. If I need it, I have it standing by for sure. I would
man.
suggest, even if you don't need it after 3 years, Robert, just call him anyway. Just have him come out.
Let me get your money's
Yeah,
worth.
after 3 years, at some point, you need to just call the guy.
I just want to say hi,
Yeah,
guys.
just make-
Hey,
get-
how's it going?
Yeah, get him to
Hey, man, how's it going?
like deliver ice or beer or something.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's
You know?
something.
No, I'll just poke a
Get
hole
your
in my
money.
tire.
Yeah, just have him show up.
Crap
Be like,
wire.
I didn't need shit. I just wanted to see your face. I love you, and then just drive off. You know what I mean? That's what.
I like that. Customer show and support.
Right,
right.
exactly.
right.
Do you give a hug?
Ronald's good people.
I mean,
too.
you know,
Do you give a hug after every transaction?
no, typically no. Maybe a handshake. You know,
Handshake.
it just
shit.
depends.
Jeff Andre, look at Jeff. Jeff, man, I miss you, bro. I hope you're doing well. He said, I don't even own a boat, and I'm going to get sea toes.
There
we go.
Hell yeah.
That's
in case
a
he's
customer.
swimming out there. He's
Hey,
he's
you
over
never
here.
know. He might
Yeah.
be towed in.
Yeah.
Hey, funny story while we're talking about it.
Oh, another one.
Here we go.
Hey, so it's probably 2 months ago, and I'm got the girlfriend, her friends, going to the gas station, gas, ice, beer, food, everything. I get a call, guy. Hey man, we're stuck on Biloxi Beach.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's probably 10:30.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. I'm like, man, I don't tow vehicles. This is probably once a day thing, ma'am. I don't tow vehicles.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, I was like, why not? Why not? I just go. Let's just see where this is
yeah,
gonna go.
Yeah, you're like, I got to understand
So,
this.
I think that I just left the gas station. I spent like $75,
On White Claws.
Right.
and I was told him, I was like, look, I'll come pull you at the stand for $75.
Yeah.
And the dude agreed.
Hell yeah.
And if
Yeah,
for y'all
free
that don't
night,
know,
free night,
I got a
free
big
night.
yellow Ceto truck with a big winch ranch hand on the front.
Okay.
So right next to the Beau Rivage, where the loop is,
Yeah.
famous fishing spot.
The
Everybody-
Loop?
Famous
every-
fishing
the
spot.
loop.
The Loop.
Everybody
I've never
knows.
been there.
The
Oh,
Loop.
you need to go. The loop.
Yeah, I've never
Magical.
been there.
It's a magical place.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah,
matter what
they-
you want to
they,
catch,
uh,
it's at
It's
the
there.
loop.
It's there.
I don't know.
Kobe
what-
are running there right now.
Cobia, bluefin.
Cobia, everything is there. Everything is there right now.
That's
But yeah,
where the
no, I had,
200-pound yellowfins
I had
are.
the old Ceto truck on the beach,
Did you get him
winching somebody out.
You got him out?
Yeah,
So-
got my money and went to Horn Island.
Yeah.
Continued my
What-
day.
hey, net.
Wasn't even working
net,
today.
net. Yeah. 75 spent, 75 earned.
Well,
Zero. I love it.
Explain why was he on the beach?
It was just a truck and nothing else.
Alcohol involved.
Dude, it was early. It was like 10:30 in the morning. It was pretty
Jesus.
early.
Well, that don't mean
I mean,
nothing.
I had time to go pull this guy out from Biloxi, go back to Ocean Springs, and then make it to Horn Island. And hang out with
He
all my
wasn't
friends.
the Sea-Doo guy, right? It wasn't one of those guys that puts the Sea-Doos out that rinse them.
No,
Right.
this was just
It was
two-
just a pedestrian.
yeah,
rode on
yeah.
the
He was
beach.
just.
That's not a pedestrian.
I don't know. I don't want
If
to.
you're driving a vehicle, that's not a pedestrian.
A guy
Yeah.
who was driving a
Yeah,
vehicle
yeah.
on the beach.
How much of y'all had to drink?
Joey,
All of it?
significant.
All
So,
of it?
so I did see this. You just sparked my memory. So I'm going down Front Beach in Ocean Springs, right there by the yacht club,
Right.
and there is a gentleman who thought it would be a good idea. I don't know what he has against Mr. Kenny over at Ocean Springs Marine Mart, but he decided it would be a better idea to pick his boat up on the beach. So he backed down with a trailer on the beach.
No
now,
way.
in his defense,
No
in his defense,
way.
I swear to God, I used to have it on my
How do
cell
you
phone.
how do you have a
He's not
defense?
from here.
Yeah, right.
There's no defense.
There's no defense
He's
in
in
here.
Texas.
In
He's from
my
Texas.
defense,
In
not
your
his defense.
defense?
In my defense,
What defense do you have for him?
that this story is true, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Mm.
you will not accost me on my own show about lying. But maybe the boat broke down. So I'm thinking back through. Maybe
Well, it
maybe his
doesn't
motor was
matter.
out, right?
You got all piers that you could just hand
Again.
wave.
But as the story progresses, you'll understand, I think, what these people, what their capacity of intelligence was. So they backed down the truck into the water, right?
Yeah.
You know, if anybody's ever been to Ocean Springs Beach, it takes what? 300 yards before it ever gets
Yeah,
over 2
shallow.
feet, 5 miles.
Miles.
Thank you. You're damn near to Deer Island before it gets
Yeah,
deep, right?
absolutely.
Or
To the channel. To the
Right.
channel.
So they've got it back down. They're trying to run the boat up onto the trailer. Again, I don't remember if the motor was on and they're like trying to whatever.
Right.
But the boat's kind of on the trailer, and the truck now, as they try to pull it up,
Just
what does it
bury
do?
it.
Just
Just
digs.
sinks.
Just goes south, right? So then they get another truck out there. They don't
Come on.
have proper tow straps.
Come
It
on.
sounds like shotguns going off. Bow, every time.
Breaking
Yeah.
strap.
Oh,
Yeah, of
and we're
course.
just sitting there like
They
filming
got
it.
3 ski ropes
It
tied
was
onto a
Bad, dude. It was bad. And if I find that video, I'm going to send it to you. I
Let's
think
see
that
it.
should be a commercial
I
for you.
definitely
Hey,
Just
I
call
want to see that.
Cito.
This
Yeah,
is what
I wanna
not
see
to
that.
do.
just call Cito.
Yeah, we had those military trucks on Biloxi Beach by the mall. They had a guy, homeless guy, I want to say, got one going in the middle of the night.
Nice.
Drove it out.
Nice.
Here we go. Drove it out. To probably waist deep water, ended up burying the thing, and it still ran. And nothing.
Oh, it's military, right? They probably have the exhaust.
Yeah, all that
takes
stuff
a
goes
big-
up
yeah,
on top
yeah.
of the truck.
And,
Snorkel, baby.
They actually called us and was asking a wait if we could get it out, and
should've
because
just-
they had the front end loaders, they move around sand off the roads
You
and
should
stuff.
just took to a C-130 and just
Right. Yeah, so we were gonna out there. We got big airbags we get sunk boats up with. We were
Yeah,
gonna go out
yeah.
there and put airbags underneath
it
it,
up,
and
yeah.
raise it, and actually just tow it to the boat ramp and pull it up the boat ramp because
Yeah.
they had
That'd be
they had
easier,
front end
but-
loaders and everything out there. And nothing strong enough to even budge that thing.
What happened? Is that what
That's
happened?
huge.
I don't know how they got it out.
Oh, okay.
They didn't agree to what we wanted.
Yeah.
The price.
It's the military. When have they ever said no?
No,
to
dude,
cost?
this is the beach rentals.
Oh,
it was a military truck.
Yeah,
That's what they launched
I
this-
know what
yeah,
jet skis
yeah.
were. I know exactly.
So what
train
you're
talking
saying is
about.
they should have had a membership.
Hey,
Yes.
we made some work.
There
I'm trying to say.
TS, you'd have 14 months.
There it
There you
is.
go. Yeah.
Membership
If-
for
if
the
you-
deuce and a half.
If you're driving your car and you get stuck on the sand, and at
Yeah,
Dutch
there was-
Beach,
yeah,
make
there
sure you have a
was-
CETO membership.
What was that 2 years ago? What hurricane we had?
Ida,
Zeta.
Zeta.
Was it
Yeah.
Zeta?
Yeah, it
we had
was.
Zeta.
It was.
Orange Beach had Sally, right? But yeah, there's a post of me and my buddy. We were in this big Ceto truck. We was driving through right by the casinos by Golden Nugget. We were going to the Palace to go check on. He used to work on a 60-foot Viking. So we were down there. We went down there to check on it because everything, surge was coming in, wind was picking up, everything was getting pretty nasty. And there was a post of us that went viral on Facebook.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, car. We were.
Yeah,
it was probably
yeah.
about a foot of water, 2 feet of water. There was a Dodge Challenger next to us, and they had broke down. And we offered to help the guy get out of the middle of the road so he could, assess the damage.
Yeah.
And some lady took a picture and put it on Facebook, and it went
That's
pretty viral. I was
awesome.
like, Cito's now working the roads.
Correct.
Due to the hurricane.
Yeah,
so,
Well, do,
So
do
it's
y'all
cool,
do?
it's cool.
Do y'all do hurricane retrieval and all?
oh,
I'm sure y'all
absolutely.
do.
We've
Because
traveled.
the last hurricane in Florida, I don't think anybody moved a boat. At all.
no. So
Because it was supposed to hit a lot further north.
Right.
yeah, it was supposed to come more our way. So, my dad actually has a place down in Orange Beach, and he went there to avoid the storm from coming here, and it hit there. And the story is he has sitting on the back porch of the condo watching boats come by.
Oh, they got
tied it, rafted up.
smashed.
4 or 5 rafted up together coming through.
Yep.
But yeah, we travel hurricanes. So I've done. We went to Harvey in Texas. We did Michael in Port St. Joe. We did Nate here. We did Zeta that was here, and we did Sally in Orange Beach.
And y'all are retrieving, I'm guessing.
Yep, working for insurance companies.
Okay.
And but yeah, we travel. We were invited from other CETOs in those areas. They invited us down there to help them
Come help them.
get the boats up, get the boats out of there, and get the boats up.
This triggered 2 questions in my head. Number one, because we talked about it earlier when we met up with you or ran into you and flew the drone.
Yeah.
How did you learn how to roll the boats like that? Because I've watched a ton of YouTube videos. There's definitely a process to it. Is
So-
that something that your dad taught you, or do you
So-
just trial by fire? How does that go? Because that's, if you've never seen it, people watching,
Oh,
listening,
it's
please.
it's a
What do you Google?
strategy.
Just capsized boat. How do you,
Retrieval.
So there's
retrieval.
there's
It's so badass to watch.
Yeah, they have someone on your Facebook on CETO.
yeah we
Just go to CETO on
I
Facebook.
post
Like,
got my
look at it.
Facebook page. We post pictures and everything on there.
Yeah.
But the methods that I've learned is obviously from my dad. He's taught me everything that I know in this business.
Okay.
From towing to salvage work to even the business political side of the whole
Right,
thing. So,
right.
yeah, there's 3 different ways.
Did you say a few different?
There's
a few
3 different ways that,
3 different ways,
we'll
okay.
approach the situation. We got lucky on that twin V that y'all saw us raise
Yeah.
because it was a cabin boat and there's so much water stored and so much drag.
Yes.
It's hard.
to
It's
roll.
hard to roll, and
Yeah.
it's so bow. Like when we rolled that one, it was so bow heavy. We almost lost it a couple of times, and luckily, we were in a boat just big. Like we had 500 horsepower, and it was all that boat wanted to do.
to pull it.
To get
move
it
it.
up.
To keep
That's
it-
a lot of weight,
keep it-
though.
Yeah.
Full of water.
Oh,
Full of
absolutely.
water. You know what I mean?
A cabin full of water weighs
God,
What-
dog.
Yeah, water's what 8
Thousands?
8 pounds a 8 pounds a gallon or something like that. Is that right?
Well, how much does a pound
7?
of water weigh?
7 or 8.
Come
7 or
on.
8 pounds.
You saw that, Josh?
Yeah, I
Eight
saw
pounds,
that.
right around
Around
eight
eight and a
pounds.
quarter.
But yeah, no, I mean,
They don't know.
there's a few different ways, and
a pound of water.
Yeah, how
Weighs
much
a
is it?
pound.
Okay, you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
a gallon of water.
No, I was messing with Joey.
Oh.
I was messing with Joey.
But yeah, no, and I've gone out there before, single handedly by myself, not even gotten my hands wet and gotten a boat up that's been upside down.
Damn.
So
Okay.
it depends on the boat, sea conditions.
Okay.
There's a lot that goes into
That makes
it. Just
sense. Cabin
yeah.
versus center console, right?
Yeah.
Cabin, center console.
Cabin's gonna hold a lot more water.
Normally,
Yeah,
cabin
for sure.
boats, we're going to use airbags to assist the roll with the Ceto boat because it's just so much weight to bring around. Like a normal
Yeah.
center console,
It's gonna.
I can either
And those are the ones that I've watched. They want to roll over, right?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
they do.
They
So
want to
when
right side.
they fill with water, they want to roll over, and when you get them coming your way, as long as you have momentum,
Correct.
they want to stay
You'll
upright
pull
because
them
that's what the
upright,
hole is designed
correct.
to do.
Correct.
Um,
That's the ones I've watched, and it looks badass to see.
yeah,
it,
and
it almost
is
looks
the most-
effortless if you know the technique, right?
If you know the
Yeah.
technique and you know
Right.
what you're doing, like I said, if there's 2 ways. So we call one an end over. We'll just use one rope on the bow eye where the trailer hooks up to, and then we have one that's called a par buckle, which you more likely see. I think the end over is more of like a It may be a more of like my dad, like Chris Ward type way of getting a boat up.
Old school.
You don't really see many end overs on YouTube, Facebook, and stuff like that. You see a lot of par buckling. That's when you see 2 ropes, one on the bow eye and then one on the opposing corner you're pulling from. And you leave the bow rope a little shorter, so when it does roll, the bow's kind of pointed in the right direction, and you let the stern rope loose, and then you give it the throttle and you go, and you just run, and the boat will drain. And 90% of the time you'll have time to slow down, get next to it, though, pump in it, and keep it going.
So you're just gonna
keep
hit
going,
it.
yeah.
Hit
Right.
it till it drains.
Once I get it coming my way, I'm full throttle.
gone.
I'm
Yeah.
full throttle.
That watching those videos, and I don't remember why I was looking it up. Oh, I do, because that just triggered my second question I want to ask you. I was watching those videos for a reason, but I went camping right after that, and we was Pascagoula River, and my buddy left his boat in what we thought was plenty of water, anchored to the to the beach there.
Right.
Tide goes out. Wake up the next morning. His boat is leaned over now, 21-foot center console
Beach.
cobia.
Yeah.
I'm talking about leaned over, right? Had I not watched those videos, I think I would have tried to pull it from the back.
So
And all we did, because I saw the video, hooked to
Pull
the eye on the front, and the boat literally just swung around and off, like effortless, really, when you think about it.
And that's another thing is, that's what a lot of people think you got to do. People that run up in the marsh, run up on sandbars, is they try to pull from the back of the boat.
Right.
Which
That's the
That's
heaviest,
the heaviest
part,
part,
of the whole
right?
thing.
and not only that, but we all know the back of the boat's flat. So all that's going to do is try to dig.
Right.
And
right.
the average person is not going to have a rope strong enough, period, to pull a boat off whichever way you're trying to, bow or stern. You're not going to have a rope strong enough.
Right.
So you hook it to the bow, kick it around.
Yeah. So the Sea-Tow boats that we run are those 26-foot Ambars made by Silver Ship in Mobile, powered by 250 Suzuki's twins.
Okay.
And
Suzuki for the win.
there
Suzuki,
you go.
absolutely.
Marcus got a
Absolutely.
Suzuki.
Chris Fetters was just like, damn it.
Seven seasons.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yammer hammers.
And that's all we run.
Well, they're inflatables, right? Or they have the.
So they're technically not inflatables. They're foam filled
Okay.
tubes with a balloon in the middle that gives support for like keeping them firm, pretty
Right.
much. And they're built to do what we do with them. Probably one of the baddest boats on the water that money can buy for.
no doubt.
And
they're built for towing.
Look like a
I
tank.
mean, you can't hurt it. You can't. It won't sink, and you can't break it. You can't hurt it.
I think they said that about Titanic, but keep going.
Right. I need to be careful what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I might get a
exactly.
phone call for the
You-
harbor
yeah.
master here in a little while.
I can tell you right now, when we went through the captain's license and they were talking about towing, the first thing they tell you is, don't freaking do it.
Don't get towed.
Don't freaking do
Pretty
it. Like,
much.
no, when you're gonna go tow somebody.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
somebody
talking
else
about
goes
liability
down.
though.
As soon
Liability
as
or-
you hook to
Don't
them,
freaking
you're
do it.
Right.
responsible.
As soon as you hook a
for
rope,
them.
somebody you're responsible.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? You go drive by them? I mean, that's not how I was raised. I mean, you
No,
help them out.
Well,
if I come across a boat that is sinking, sunk, whatever,
Yeah.
I will get them on my boat and I will sit there and call for the Coast Guard, call for Sea-Tow. I will not hook to that boat.
Right, but like I said earlier in the show, like I was 200, 300, 500 yards from the Diablo pier, and this guy, I mean, he hooked to my bow and towed me to the pier. I mean, it wasn't like it
Well,
was 6
well, the
foot
thing
seas. It
is-
wasn't life or death.
But the thing is, if you would have tore your boat up, he would have been responsible for it.
Well, okay,
Could-
I would never allow
But
that to
it's,
happen.
and it's also a lot
Exactly.
different.
Ever allow that.
It's also
to
a lot
happen.
different, from being a recreational guy, being commercial. Sea-Tow is, if I'm in a Sea-Tow boat and I'm towing you, and
That's
I
different.
scratch your boat,
That's different.
then
I
it's
get that. I get
totally
that.
you're,
different.
Because I
going to
paid
say
you.
something.
I
You're
paid-
going to
yes.
say something.
Yeah.
That's completely
But
different.
if I'm out in my boat and I tow Josh back to the pier and I actually bump his boat into the pier and put a little scratch on the side,
Is
Well,
what it-
but
hey, thanks
you
for
know
giving me
what?
back, bro.
Correct. That's how.
Like,
But you know what though? Not everybody's like that though. Some people are like, dude,
Look,
look what you did. It's
yeah.
like, what?
Well, that's like the other day. I
What?
got my almost got my truck door ripped off.
I saw that. I saw that.
Oh, on a
The other
trailer?
day, that was
that on a
last
trailer?
night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Why didn't you go off on him? Why didn't you?" I mean, shit happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Damn,
yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah, go ahead. It's all good. It's all good. That's what we told you at the
He
beginning.
got a
It's all good.
Rolex. He's out.
No, but look, yeah. I do want to ask though, because I mentioned it though, talking about that second question that I had for you with the Sea-Tow stuff. The reason I was watching those videos was because there was a boat that it was a center console. I think it had twins on it, and I think it sunk or did something either Florida, Alabama, and came our way. The same guy who got his boat stuck on the beach when we were camping ran up on that boat and showed it to me. And he took video of it. And I told him, I was like, you should have tried to flip it yourself, which would have been
Right.
super stupid.
No.
But I think
Terrible
I
idea.
think Sea-Tow, I think y'all were the one who retreated. Do you know what I'm talking
How
about?
long ago was this?
About a year ago. Actually, it'll be a year in November. So not quite a year yet. It was, I think, twin Suzuki's on the back because they were white. And I think it was I don't remember what the boat was because I can only see the bottom of it. I think I have the.
Do you remember the color?
Yes, the white bottom, emerald green on the side top. No,
They tell you the first.
you
thing,
know what I'm talking about. You may not
I can't
remember it.
remember.
They tell you in C school. They tell you you've been to C school. You've been to C
absolutely.
school. Get away from it.
Right? No, I
Don't
get
even
it.
get
I was
around
joking,
it.
like
You know what I'm
kind
saying?
of. But my question was going to be, what is the law on that? Who owns the boat? I heard someone. Well, if you
So-
flip it over and you bring it in, you own it. Is
So
that
you
true?
don't
I
know
get it
that.
a lot. And
Maritime
I
law
don't want to
says-
speak too much on it because I don't know.
You're not an attorney.
I
I
don't
get
know
it.
the
Right.
facts.
I get it.
But, and I get this question all the time. And I get people that know me that call me, "Oh, there's a boat that's washed up on the beach. Can I go legally?"
Yeah.
No.
No, no, absolutely.
There's a VIN number on it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Someone still owns it. Like there's
So,
an
and-
insurance claim
And-
probably as
and
a part of it.
also it's kind of so
We're not pirates.
right.
This is not legal
So-
advice,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. By the way, this is just
Yeah,
we're just
and
talking.
there's a lot more that goes into it. Like I said, I could be wrong.
Right.
People on
We
Facebook
understand.
and
This is a
everything, they probably know.
disclaimer. This is a
Yeah.
disclaimer.
But from my understanding, I've towed actually a couple of boats that people have abandoned for so long, and then somebody comes along and wants ownership of it,
Salvage.
and
Yeah.
the owner that has it can't afford to do anything with it, so they kind of sign ownership over. La di la di da. I don't know,
Okay.
and I'm sure legally you could go through the whole process.
Correct.
So
So it's a court.
It's probably just not worth the headache.
Correct.
it's not worth the
Correct.
headache.
There was that
Unless
one
you've
that
got
sat.
the business that they have.
There was that one that sat in the going out of Brittany. Remember that one right there?
Oh,
Right
yeah.
there in
Somebody-
the middle of the, at the mouth of the
Somebody,
bayou.
somebody put a Joe Biden
Joe
flag.
Biden
on
flag.
it.
on it.
Yeah, so
Hey,
there's
it was
a,
gone. It was gone.
there's probably a 50-foot aft cabin yacht in Orange Beach right before the Perdido Bridge that goes by Sunset Grill. If anybody
Yes.
familiar with that
I just
area.
got back from there.
So
actually.
you know where Sunset Grill is at?
Mhm.
There's that big boat on the north side of the bay.
It's been there for years.
It's been there since Sally came through Orange Beach,
Yeah.
and they have spray painted "Free Boat. Please get it off my beach" because it's all these people's property,
Property.
Right,
yeah.
and it's
right.
still sitting there,
Wow.
and you can't do nothing with it.
right.
I mean-
You can't, or it's not worth it, or people just want to mess with it, or do you?
So
know?
the boat's not worth any money
There
for
you
the
go.
actually.
Because it's probably all tore
Because
up or
what-
something.
So let's say that like, oh, I want that boat, right?
Yeah.
Who's going to get it off for me?
Cito.
Then you got to
Exactly.
pay it.
Okay.
So the boat's not going to be worth what a Cito would probably charge to get that boat off of
There
me
you
because
go.
big
That
40,
makes sense.
50-foot boat like that. So that's probably that's a lot of, we're going to come over there normally lift the stern
Float
end
it,
of it,
yeah.
take the rudders, take the props off, put it on roller bags, have to spin it. And I mean, it's
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 a
about
to-do.
$10,000 worth of work.
probably
Close.
close to that,
Yeah.
okay.
So nobody wants to pay us to get the boat off, so now it just sits there.
Yeah.
And then the owner of the property, they're going to try to go after the boat owner, which obviously they don't care.
Right.
And it's
Because they probably
sitting
got
there.
paid
Well,
out of the
I
insurance.
think it comes back to DMR.
What if somebody
And so
slipped?
now, and that's our problem. We've done a couple of like derelict vessels for the state, for the cities, and everything locally here. But they don't want to. They don't want to pay either.
Yeah.
They don't want to. I don't want to mess with it.
What if lightning struck it?
Well,
Right,
I'm going to tell
burn it
you
to the
right now,
ground.
I don't want to be on record, but
I
there-
said I did
yeah,
this. Air quotes.
there
Everybody saw it. I
is
mean,
a wooden sailboat on my next to my grandpa's property, and there have inhabitants,
oh really?
people living out of it.
Yeah. Is that illegal though?
So
I don't know. That's illegal.
it's not illegal, but they're walking in and out of
That is
the
illegal.
yard.
All you gotta do is
Yeah.
get a squad car down there. And you can
Well,
solve
we've
that real
already
quick.
done that, but the problem is it's been there since the last hurricane, which was what was the one that was here?
We had Zeta.
Yeah.
the one we
yeah.
were in Gatlinburg,
Zeta.
Zeta.
Yeah, that's when it tore up the
that's
Blind
been-
Tiger.
What was it, 5-6 years ago?
No.
That was Nate. That was Hurricane Nate.
yeah.
It hit us.
Zeta was like was the second
years
year of
ago.
the Sheepshead. So last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 years ago it's been stranded, busted up, sitting on the rocks, and it's just going to sit there
Right.
because the owner is not going to do anything of it.
Just put forks in.
And
your
we
yard,
won't
it'll
mess
be
with
fun.
stuff. I get those calls all the time. Like, hey, this boat's washed up in my yard, or this people tied up this sailboat to my dock, and I'll tell people I'm not
So
messing. with that
whose
either.
job is that? DMR?
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
it's one of the
maybe.
loophole
Me
things.
personally,
Who's
if-
going to pay for it?
If
That's
I
the
had a
kicker.
house
Who's
on
gonna
the
pay for it?
water,
Cut the lines and let it float.
and yeah,
Well, not if it's beached or.
well, then
or-
again,
or-
you know, you gotta think
I
There's-
say
there's-
if it's
there's-
tied to your pier,
it's so hard because there's such a liability
yeah,
for everybody. That's
Then what if it
involved,
floats in
so
the channel and there's no lights on it?
I'm not gonna go tow a boat from your pier because if I tow it and,
It's
I,
on
and I
you.
get it out of there, and then let's just say if I even scratch it, or let's say even worse, I move it from your pier, and it sinks, and then the owner
The
decides
owners
to show
could come,
up.
but
And
yeah.
you're like, oh no, I paid Cito $200, $500, $1,000
Yep.
to tow it out of here.
That's financial liability.
Then they're
'cause
gonna
you-
cut- so
yeah.
That's why really DMR, Coast Guard, or us, we
So
won't mess
would
with it because of the liability of it. It's not worth
Well,
risk,
the
the risk to
DMR is
reward
so
is not
big.
there.
Correct.
The DMR has told me it's in the works to removal. So when the removal comes, I guess it's a court order,
Probably.
and then
some
they'll get with
so-
somebody to remove it.
Yeah. So
Have y'all done one of those?
the only
before?
time that we've ran into that where it's been like through the court, through the DMR, police, whoever. I don't know. Y'all probably know for sure. There was a guy living on a sailboat in Fort Bayou, and then he had a sailboat off of the beach of Biloxi. It's been a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, the one that ran up on the beach.
Yeah, ran up. It was up on the beach in Biloxi.
Yes.
Ocean Springs.
That was there forever.
was- yeah, for a
And
long
then
time.
He
It
built
was-
like a little homemade fort under the pier,
Right.
under the Fort Bayou Bridge. The Coast Guard and DMR actually called us on that, and this guy lived there. I mean, he lived on this boat, and that's the only experience I've ever had with it. Is they called us and was like, "Hey, we need y'all. We'll pay y'all whatever to move this boat." And we told him, we were like, "We're not doing that. Like, this guy lives on that boat.
Yeah.
He kayaks back and forth to land to do, go to work or whatever."
He's
he
probably
does.
happier than all of us combined.
Yeah.
Right.
He's
Dude, I know.
living the life.
Could you imagine? living
And
on
if you
a boat?
go to Fort Bayou Boat Ramp, you'll run into him. He's an not older. He's probably 50s, maybe 60s. He has a big blonde afro.
Yeah, he's happy.
And I see him all the
God,
time.
Steve.
He'll run into me. I'll be
Let's go.
in the Cito
Let's
truck.
go right now.
He goes to Gills every night. He's just
Yeah.
having a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I run into him all the time, and he every time he sees me, he's like, "Man, thank you so much for not towing my boat." Because I was like, "I'm not doing that."
Yeah.
This guy lives there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just move this boat. But anyways, they that's about the only time I've had experience with people actually calling, wanting me to move. Like, "Hey, we'll pay you to go move this." It's just
Right.
like, a lot of times it's still not worth the liability.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's not worth it. And in 99% of the time, even if we do something like this, I would willing to bet, probably 100% of the time, nothing's going to come off of us. Nobody's going to call us for damaging or sinking their boat or this or that or
Right.
stealing.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing's
You gotta
going to happen,
protect
but it's
yourself.
still, it's not.
You have to
The,
protect
the
yourself.
boat
It's
is
not worth
what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially with, this situation was, like you said, morals.
Yeah.
And in most times it's just, come get this boat, it washed up. I'm like, nope,
No.
won't mess with it.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I think we did good tonight, gents.
Yeah,
We're
of course.
we're hour and 54 minutes in. If you can do that. Or not.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was
Two-
by
I think
fast.
two piss breaks. You pissed
Yeah.
twice or once?
Marcus has got something else.
Well, he's got-
Oh,
Marcus is
yeah,
like,
yeah.
No,
I'm not wrapping it up. I'm
Tell us
just
about the
making sure y'all-
rodeo. Tell us
I'm
about the
sure y'all
rodeo.
yeah. Josh, you done?
Josh, you done? You got anything else?
I mean, I'll probably have something to say later.
Josh,
All right.
do you have
later.
anything else to give
I-
away?
I want to hear what Marcus
Well,
has to say.
No, do you have any
All right,
kind of
well,
Yeah, you want
codes?
promo codes on our
Yeah.
show or partner up
Yeah.
with any other?
Yeah.
Is there any
do
other
we
companies?
do it again? Do we want to do it again?
Is there any other
Alright.
companies behind the
Yeah.
curtains here that's going to come out here and partner with you on our show?
FTS for an extra 2 months on your CTO membership if you sign up.
Yeah.
Promo code FTS.
If you
Oh,
use
my.
that on the Brownwater app, you get absolutely nothing.
Which we haven't mentioned once yet on the show.
No,
by
We
the
did
way.
want to mention that.
We're
Actually,
going to.
I
We're going
just talked to I was talking to Joey about that. I was like, I really like the app.
Thank you.
It has a lot of
Yes.
good stuff on there. Instead of going to
I
a
just
bunch of
knew
different
about that.
apps, you just click that app and you got Noah, you got all the bait shop memberships, tides,
anything.
everything.
Yep.
So Brownwater Banner app, man, y'all really
Download
need to get
it.
it.
Yeah, it's actually that's the first official. Joey's made a couple posts on Facebook and Instagram about it, but yeah, I don't know if y'all all knew or whatever.
No, I haven't
Yeah,
heard
we
anything
haven't
about
done an official release as far as, like I said, he made 2 or 3 posts about it, but we do have an app. It's on Android or iPhone. You can download it right now. And like Josh just said, we tried to make Joey. Who's our contact at Furlong's? I
Kale?
told
Hell.
Kale told me so we were already working on the app, and that's not gonna
Wow,
work.
that looks
That's
beautiful.
terrible. That
Come
looks
on.
terrible.
Come on, you hand model.
And anyway, we were already working on the app, but he said something as I was explaining to him what the app was going to be. He said, "Yeah, man." He goes, "I've got all these apps on my phone, like the tides, the this, the NOAA, the weather, the this, that." He goes, and he's showing me on his phone. He goes, "It sure would be nice to have all this in one app." Again, we were already doing the app, but I wasn't going to put the links inside of it in my mind yet. I hadn't thought of that part of it. It was going to be like to our website, to our YouTube, like selfishness, right? And he said that. I'm like, yeah, I was like, shit. I'm like, yeah, exactly, right? You know, I mean, that's what it is, right? That's what it is. And I'm like, what a great idea. So that's why we added those links to it, to where you can get in our app. Tails and Scales
Tails
is
and
in there. Instantly, boom, one click in there, go there.
Marine forecast.
Marine forecast,
tides.
NOAA, tides,
the whole
uh,
9 yards.
the whole
Everything you need on the
everything.
coast.
And if there's not, please let us know because we can add it
And
very
it's, and,
simply.
and these are not BS sites where you get ads. These are NOAA.
Yeah,
These are
yeah.
legitimate sites.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's correct.
Really good
And
Might
as
be
a-
able to slot some promo codes in there, huh?
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
we will be selling sponsorships. Yours
Yes.
is double now. by the
We
way.
will be
That's part of our
selling
contract.
sponsorships.
Yeah, yours is double now.
Yeah.
But even as an additive, there's a radio station inside of it. So
Yes.
as of right now, this may evolve over time. It's country, outlaw country.
I saw that.
Yep, and we're
You
thinking.
lost me.
You
So
lost me.
oh, you're out. Yeah, and maybe we don't know. We might turn into a rap channel. I don't know.
No,
But
no.
I think we should add
I
some
mean,
on
you
there.
just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
mix it
For
up
the
a little
younger
bit.
generation of
No.
the Brownwater Band.
We'll do channels. We'll do different channels. We can do island channels. We can do.
No, you can't do that. You
Summer
can't do
vibe.
that. No, you can't do
Okay.
different channels. But what we can
No.
do is like shows, like time. So like I was thinking like on Sunday, right? We'll do Sunday Fun Day, which you have to have while you're on the boat. You open our app, put the playlist or hit the play, and it's got to have AC/DC on it, right?
Yeah, like
on
on
the
the
boat.
80s,
Like
80s,
Yes.
something
That's
like
all
that.
Marcus
Sunday
And
Fun
so
Day.
for
Yeah.
Sunday, it'll be a different
You can't
playlist than through the
unless
week.
our
I like that. That's
unless
pretty
our
cool.
wives
That's pretty
get
cool.
it,
Yes.
and then it's nothing but booty music.
No, they're not.
Right.
Doing
Yeah.
Yeah. Little John.
So if you're listening to this or
Not even a
watching,
little, it's way harder than
Yeah.
that.
If you're watching-
harder than that.
if you're watching on the live, go download it, man. Take a screenshot, tag us in it on social media, and you're gonna
Yeah.
be hearing a lot about
I,
it.
I'll load it as soon as we get out of here.
All right, I love it.
And
So
we
tell
had
us
to-
about you. What you got
All
going
right.
on?
So, last year we had our very first Mafia Madness rodeo, spearfishing and rod and reel fishing here in Mississippi.
That's deep water mafia.
Deepwater Mafia puts it on. We try as the Deepwater Mafia. We travel from. We had guys go to the St. Pete Open in Florida this year, all the way to Grand Isle. We travel all over shooting spearfishing tournaments, and last year, we decided it was time to have a spearfishing tournament here in Mississippi.
Right.
So not only did we have spearfishing, we added rod and reel in.
Even though Sheepshead has been doing it for 3 years, but keep going.
Like,
I'm not. I didn't mean to interrupt.
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't.
Exactly.
Who said that?
But-
Well, there was one at Gills, right? Wasn't there something at Gills
Actually,
a
Marcus was a
long
part of
time
that from the
ago? Not
beginning.
Gills, Henry's.
That must have been before my time.
Wasn't there a spear? There was some kind of
Yeah.
spearfish. I
I
think.
mean,
I think it was actually.
No,
Hill's
the
Dive.
only one that I personally know of, the dive shop before Jerry and Dawn owned it, who owned it before them, they had one back in, I don't even remember what year.
Yeah.
But it was before my time of spearfishing.
Right.
So we put that on last year, and I tried to get with y'all. Y'all said it was too late in the year. Y'all,
Yeah.
it was, we threw it together last year. So now we're getting with y'all early this year.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, and same with Josh, Fishing the South. Is we were behind the 8 ball last year, putting
Mhm.
everything together, getting it done. So,
Where was that at? The tournament last year?
Mary Walker.
Mary Walker. I remember that.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Fast
vividly-
School.
And just some numbers real quick. When we started talking, I had no plan on talking about this tonight
That's
until
all right.
we got here.
We half-ass most of the shit we do on
yeah.
the show, anyways. It doesn't
Oh, yeah.
matter.
So,
That's why we brought y'all on as guests.
so just off of our numbers from
Damn.
last year, we had 84 people register.
Okay.
60% divers, 40% fishermen. And somebody else said, think 50 divers, 30 fishermen
That's a
around there.
pile. Yeah.
And we had an attendance of 200 plus people at the weigh-in.
Right. All at
Um,
Mary Walker.
Yeah, all at Mary Walker. We're looking at maybe doing somewhere different this year.
So it
we
sounds
don't-
like we
we
need
don't
to
know.
do the trash
but-
bash with the same time as the dang.
But
Dive
we
time.
want to try and get a early jump on it this year.
Absolutely.
Anybody that may want to sponsor Mafia Madness Rodeo on Facebook, send me a message. Heath Powell a message.
Yeah. They're at the
We're-
Van
we're-
Cleve softball fields.
Yeah, we're always there. Me and Heath, his daughter and my daughter play on the same team.
I'm there every Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's something that we started last year, and we're going to try and grow it every year. We had people from 4 states come to our rodeo.
Yeah.
Damn.
We had Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana.
I like it.
And not only that, the kids that y'all know everything I do.
Yeah.
Kids are the
Kids,
biggest
yeah.
thing.
Yep.
We had a completely separate kids division, biggest fish wins. And it was free with a paid adult or free with a paid entry.
Okay.
Yeah.
My daughter won first place.
Rigged.
Ouch.
My nephew would have won first place, but I accidentally threw his fish back.
Rigged.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had his first place fish got threw back because I just got excited and wasn't thinking about bull sharks. You know, we were gar fishing.
Yeah.
And caught a bull shark, and I just unhooked it and threw it back, and then realized it was legal. It would have been
Thanks,
first
Unc.
place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Thanks, Unc.
But no, kids, Bass Tactics last year.
Yeah.
Sponsor
Mr.
of
Richard
y'all's,
Martin.
with
Yeah.
us
Mr.
last
Richard
year.
Parker,
Mr.
yeah.
Richard, he was our big sponsor for the kids last year. We're gonna probably do the same thing this year. It's still early. We're just now starting to thinking about next year's rodeo.
Yeah.
So anybody that'd be interested in helping us out, being a sponsor, anything like that, let us know.
Yeah.
Where do they need to go? Is it
Yeah.
all the places
Let's go all the way down the line. Give us the
just-
websites.
Deepwater, Facebook, me and Heath
Marcus
Powell.
McDavid.
Yeah.
Heath
Marcus
Powell.
McDavid.
Or what about Deepwater Mafia? Can they send a
Mark-
message there too?
Yeah.
Deepwater Mafia Madness Rodeo.
Okay, Mafia
Mafia
Madness
Madness
Radio.
Radio.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right, cool.
that will go to the main people over the thing.
Okay, all right,
Um,
sweet.
So me, Heath Powell, or Mafia Madness Rodeo, that'll get a message to somebody that
They can be a part of it.
That can be a part of it.
Sweet, I
Uh-huh.
love it. I love it.
And then we're going to Seth. Seth, where y'all at?
Cito, South Mississippi. Facebook,
On
Instagram. Yep.
Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram.
Website.
Cito.com.
There it is.
Cito.com.
I love it. I love
Fish to
it.
the South.
They don't have a website and they're not on social media. Don't look them up.
Facebook, Instagram,
I'm just kidding.
TikTok.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we got Facebook. Jimmy's got what? Facebook.
Just my name, James Powell.
Yeah, we got Facebook, TikTok, YouTube,
We're not so much into
IG.
Instagram, yeah.
Yeah.
Are y'all going to do a podcast? I saw y'all testing the StreamYard stuff. Did you ever decide or no?
We
Testing waters.
yeah,
Okay.
we're testing the waters, but
You know, guys that
I
know how to
realized-
do it. You could ask
Yeah.
questions if you need.
I know, but I was
Right.
like, I can't be as cool as those guys.
It's a lot of work.
I think it's just going to be more of us sitting around shooting the shit.
That's
Yeah,
work
hey,
stuff.
that's what we're doing
It is.
right now.
That's pretty much how it would be.
It is.
And that's
but
some of the
y'all-
shit we're trying to get back to too. Is more
Y'all,
of
y'all
this
are a
and-
lot more fancy than we are.
Yeah.
Nah. What? I got
Throw the TikTok live up and just talk shit. I mean, that's all.
Yeah.
That's what we do all the time.
Yeah, I mean it's every day.
All right, I like it. Chris Barlow was in the comments just to let everybody know, listening, and y'all too. He said that DMR passed a new derelict vessel law this year.
They did.
You can file a complaint, and they can take care of it through that law. So I don't know if that's anything.
Chris
different.
Barlow knows his stuff too.
Yeah, Chris Barlow is cool as shit. So,
Yeah.
But no, man. So go check all these people out on this social media if you can. If you don't have a CETO membership, honest to God, I don't know.
Grab
This is not
one.
paid, by the way. This is not a
No,
paid sponsorship.
no.
He did give us the hat.
Chris
though.
gave us a hat.
Yeah, he
That's
gave us a
about
hat.
it.
So,
Who told him that?
Yeah.
And look,
yeah.
Chris gave me a visor. I've been asking Josh for a visor for 6 months now. I
Yeah,
have not
Barlow
got a
gave you one?
visor.
Marcus,
Huh?
we got one coming, okay?
I just ordered you one.
I have you.
Look,
I have you a
look.
brown water visor. I
We-
have you.
we were
one.
on
I
a
have a
group-
visor today. I
We
got
were on a
Cito
group
visor.
message today. It's the first time he's messaged me, and he showed up here with me a visor.
Look, right here. We got it behind
Yeah.
you.
I got you a brown water visor.
Okay.
I got you
All
one.
right.
Next
All
time
right.
we see
Oh,
you.
I got a visor
Next
coming.
time
Okay.
we see-
All right.
All
But
right.
they're on in our
The trailer.
trailer
Yeah,
at Jared's
yeah,
house.
Yeah, so no, but seriously, go get the damn membership. It's totally worth the
Yes,
money.
yes.
You will not
Like I
spend a
said.
better $200.
No,
No.
doubt.
And
And,
today's-
use the promo code.
Promo code FTS.
No,
Yeah.
2 months free.
don't use that promo
2
code,
months
please.
Use
Yes.
BWB.
Type in BWB with a middle finger emoji and only get 12 months. And if you send a screenshot of that, we'll give you
Yeah,
two
we'll
extra
give you
months
2 extra
of
months.
something. I don't know what it'll be 2 months of. It might be meat of the month club. I don't know.
Hey, funny story is the promo code was actually BWB. And it was changed to FTS. So it was. And it may still be active. You guys give it a shot.
BWB. Give
Give it a shot.
There you go.
Josh is
There you
going to
go.
get a beat down.
Give it a shot.
Be down in the parking lot right here.
Hey, I totally respect that, Josh.
Yeah, no
Listen,
doubt.
I don't
It's
blame
all
you.
good.
I don't blame you one single bit. But thanks everybody for watching,
Yeah,
man.
it
Thanks
was
for
a great
tuning in on the
show.
live.
It was really fun.
I don't know how loud it got and how the audio was on this one. And
We'll probably clip it.
hopefully you didn't listen to it at work. But we appreciate y'all tuning in, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye, y'all.